Welcome to the B. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, B style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, lovers. Thank you so much for waiting on me today. I apologize for the delay. Hope everybody is doing well. Today is Thursday. How about I just found that out? Okay. I just found out about 30 minutes ago that today's Thursday. All right. I don't know why, but I was in my head thinking it was Wednesday, but it's really Thursday, and it is May 15th, 2025. Hope everybody is doing great on this Friday Eve. Who's in here? Who's in here? S Dimples was here. Hey, let's be clear was here. Hey, only me 23. Miss Buckeye 99 is here. Yes. Let's see. Well, hey, let's talk about it all. Is here. Just Nikki's here, and so is Shay B, and so is Prima Wanda. Hey, Prima Wanda. Hey, girl. How are you? Hey, V Lenore and the Stylers. Thank you all for your prayers. Girl, we are glad to see you, hear from you. Thank you so much for all that you do, by the way. Thank you so much. You are such a blessing in more ways than one, but we miss you when you're not here. So we're glad to see you back. You probably heard me shouting you out about a week or so ago. I mentioned you. So glad to see you today, honey. Hey, a lady 747. Who else is in the house? Blueberry's here. Make It Rain is here. Hey, coffee is brewing. Hey, honey. Hey, Kenna 14. Shay B in the place to be. Hey, Diva Ray. Hey, honey, say that. Yes, Ducky Dexter. Hello. Jay Breezy. Hey, Lexi the Law Nerd. Hey, Star Bell. Yes, let's see. She's an introvert. God's property. Yes. How y'all doing? Let me see. Here she go. Here she go. Only me 23 is on it again. Always, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Thank you so much. Only me 23. Let me get over here and figure out who got this thing. Who did that? Okay. Hold on. Let me see who got it. Who had got it? Geesh. I should have my phone ready to go. Should have had my phone ready to go. Okay. Who got it? Looks like Kenna 14 got it. Yay. Heck. So let me do something real quick. Since we giving out memberships, I should give out one too, right? Hold on. Let me get on over here. Let me open it up in the right screen so I can give out a few memberships. Why not, damn it? Why the heck not? Let me go here, view channel. Yes, everybody on these streets, everybody's live. Hold on. I'm hearing myself talk over here. There we go. Okay, where is, hello? Okay, there we go. The chat didn't want to come up. Okay, let me give out a few memberships. I'm going to give out 5 right now. 5 memberships coming through. And let's see. Tell me that part. Okay, tell me that part. Jay Breezy. God's property, Miss Mad About Music, and I'm free to be me. Hello, have all been gifted memberships. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Club V. Y'all was already a part of the family, so child. Hey, Azure. Hi, y'all. And every time I see this name, actually I can't highlight it because yeah, it won't let me highlight it. But I'm free to be me. Do y'all remember? Okay, look, I'm old, right? We old. So if you are over 50, okay, 50 and over, I'm thinking for sure. Did y'all ever watch the movie? They would show it in school and it was called Free to Be You and Me. Free to be, I love that movie so much. Oh my gosh, because we didn't have much. They would play that once a year when I was in elementary. I'll never forget it, all the way up until eighth grade. They played it once a year, and Michael Jackson is in it. I want to say Rita Moreno is in it. Because, as a kid, you're like, look, I know Rita Moreno ain't black, but she wasn't all the way white. So you embraced anybody that was a person of color when you were a child in the 70s, because there was no there wasn't much that we had, okay? Just wasn't much. So this movie would come on, and I would see Rita Moreno was in it, from Electric Company, okay? Morgan Freeman is from Electric Company. Don't get it effed up. Electric Company was my favorite show, all right? Then I like Sesame Street, and then Mr. Rogers, and then Zoom. But that's neither here nor there. I loved Electric Company. And so when I would see Rita Moreno and Michael Jackson make an appearance in Free to Be You and Me, and they would be singing a little bit here and there and stuff. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, y'all remember that? Am I the only one? I mean, I went to Catholic school. Maybe y'all had that movie or didn't have it. I don't know. But for me, it was so exciting. It was so exciting every year. I couldn't take my eyes away from it. Anyway, hi. So when I see Free to Be You and Me, I'm sorry, Free to Be Me. I'm free to be me. It makes me think of that. Wait, Ducky Dexter, do you remember that? Ducky Dexter? Do y'all hold on, let me see. Do y'all remember that damn show, that movie? Did y'all see it? You've never heard of it? Only Me 23? Really? Lexi the Law Nerd. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Oh, thank you. Lexi the Law Nerd also gifted some memberships. NP, Chi-Town CPA, Little Sunshine in the Clouds, Tanya B, and Nash Vegas have all been gifted memberships from the one and only Lexi the Law Nerd. That's my gal, honey. That's my girl. That's my boo thing right there. I love me some Lexi the Law Nerd. Child, I don't know. I just do. I felt her energy from the moment she dropped down the first time. I just love her. Anyway, Lexi Loner, thank you, girl. Okay, y'all don't remember this damn thing. Hey, Texas Toy. Hi, Lori Rules, Sensible Creations. Y'all don't know that movie, Free to Be You and Me? Hey, CS. Damn, the hell with y'all then. I don't know why. Blue Sapphire. Hi, honey. Hi, Blue Sapphire. Jeesh. Anyway, okay. So today I kind of want to go. I'm sorry I didn't go live yesterday. I let the day get away from me. I was in my head about, just personal stuff like that I need to take care of, that's not taken care of, all of that shit. And then before I knew it, it was time for me to get on my maid and housekeeping duties, okay? Because that's what I am these days now, okay? That's what I am these days to these people, all right? When I was in Ohio still, I was over there being the housewife over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there cooking and cleaning and things, trying to take care of the dog and all of that, right? While I'm doing my shows and things, right? Then I come here, honey. And I'm housekeeper, maid, chef duty over here. Okay. So I gotta take the packages, I gotta clean the house, I gotta cook the food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just yeah, I guess so, child. I gotta earn my damn keep in these places. All right. Honey, yesterday I looked at that refrigerator and I did, honestly, I went shopping before, I did it the wrong way. I started grocery shopping yesterday and didn't really look in the cabinets or the freezer because I just made an assumption that this man didn't have nothing in here worth the damn, right? But see, at the same time that I was over here shopping and stuff, he had gone to Costco on the way home. So now we got all kinds of shit. We got all kinds of food, which means I got all kinds of shit to be cooking. All right. So I gotta cook around here, Now nobody gave me these job descriptions, but sometimes you just know. You know what I mean? So before I knew it yesterday, it was time for me to get on my chef duty. All right. And I had to hurry up and whip some dinner up. Before I knew it, I was on the damn West Coast and everybody else was about to be asleep when we got done with dinner, child. Hey, lovely one. Hola, V. No, mama, the title should read Itty Bitty Dick. Child, when I saw that with the Tootsie Roll photo, Nick, girl, I thought that was a fucking joke at first, but it's not. The mere fact that it was a line of question. Okay, let's go back. Okay. First of all, hello everyone. We are here to discuss the Diddy trial. All right. And yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? And so yesterday, in the midst of me running around trying to take care of stuff around here, I have been listening to tweets and updates. And then I found that there was a document. Now, I don't have the document. I don't have it, but it's in court records. Lexi, the law nerd, if you know how to find that document that outlines Diddy's itty bitty eggplant, do you mind emailing it to me, boo? If you know where it is or how to find it. I don't even know. I just came in on another content creator reading it, and I thought they were playing because the way I just thought they were joking. I thought they were ad-libbing to the document. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were ad-libbing. And then I literally went over and glanced and put my eyes on the screen and saw that there was in fact, thanks babes, that there was in fact a document that stated they thought he had a itty bitty Diddy. That sounds like some shit I would say. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that the content creator, and I'm gonna tell you who it was. It was Mims. Make it make sense. I thought Mims was being funny. I thought Mims was being funny because I heard it. I didn't know what he was reading at first. All right, because I came in. He's reading. I'm doing other shit. Okay, I'm doing other things. Lovely one. And so I hear him reading it, and he said, itty bitty Diddy. And I looked over and I thought he was kidding. And then he said something else too. And then when he said something about she thought it was the size and the girth of a Tootsie Roll, I said, what are we doing right now? This is just jokes because of the freak off or something. This is just jokes. And then I looked, and it was a real court document, and it had an actual picture of a Tootsie Roll. You know, not the short Tootsie Roll, but the long, thin Tootsie, not the super long, but you know, the longer one, the one that's probably like 2 to 3 times the size of a normal Tootsie Roll, the little one, not even, the big Tootsie Rolls. They had Tootsie Rolls that were big. Why did they have that in the court document that this nigga's dick is itty and it is bitty? And he had the audacity to change his name to Diddy. So for itty bitty Diddy to have an itty bitty D is too much. If Lexi finds the document and sends it to me, we're gonna pull it up and I will read it because I want to understand why this document even existed. I didn't get to hear the end of the when I was done. I couldn't hear anything more when I saw itty bitty Diddy and I saw a fucking picture of a Tootsie Roll on this damn court document. I'm done. I am done. Nigga, no wonder you were angry. I think that in and of itself should A, convict him. He should be convicted because he has an itty bitty little ditty. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing he should be convicted on is the mere fact that because of this itty bitty ditty, that is why he is angry. That is why he does what he does to people, because he has he has little dick energy, legit. But he it's fine. It's fine because he has. Child, what you say? V, is a Tootsie Roll an upgrade to a Tic Tac? Baby, I guess it is. That's a big dick for a Tic Tac one. This is a lot. I could not. Hey, V the one. I couldn't. V, please. I'm trying to watch from the bush chat. Girl, y'all, I was done. I think he should be convicted on those counts alone because it means he's guilty. If he has a little dick like that, it means he's guilty. It just is. He's guilty because of it. Texas Toy V, there are nice men with itty bitties, and there are angry, mean ones too. This dude just chose to channel his towards evil. No. I think that we should look. This is what I want to know. When you birth these niggas with these little dicks, do they even have a dick when they come out of the womb? That would be the question. I want to know, did his mama see this? Because we should convict her on this as well. First of all, who the fuck was she fucking with little dicks, making little dick sons? Okay, that's the first thing. But when he came out, I need to know, did he have a little one then? Was it littler than the norm? Because if it was, she should have known what she was in for, what the world was in for. She should have known. Because nobody is happy with a little dick. Not the person with it, and not the person who needs to take advantage of it. There's nothing to take advantage of. Okay, so his mama should have had him put in a special school immediately, because we knew this nigga was gonna grow up and be angry. And when people are hurt, they hurt people. And so she had to know that he was not only going to be hurt, that God did what he did here. Okay. Because I'm not saying that God made a mistake at all. Okay. Because God, everybody got a purpose, I guess. Everybody got a purpose. Even Judas, he had a purpose. All right. I know we don't like to talk about it. Okay. But Judas had a purpose, and so maybe Diddy is a modern day Judas, and he didn't have no choice because he had a little dick when he came out. But his mama should have known better. His mama should have put him in some kind of reform school to start, because this fool right here, that's what I was thinking this Star Bell, but I wasn't gonna say it. See, I'm wondering how they knew this nigga was a male when he came out. I just want to know, does it come out like a normal size baby size one when it comes out, and he just didn't grow it just didn't grow with him? Or do they come out non-existent and they're misgendered as a male or a female by accident. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here, but I do think that first of all, she should be held accountable, because I don't know who the hell she was having babies with, because this don't make no good sense. I don't understand. Justin's mom. I'm these are questions y'all never asked. Y'all never wanted to know this. And maybe you didn't want to know before. But now that I bring it up, don't you want to know? Texas Toy, I got a boy and baby when I tell you that I didn't have them problems, okay? I didn't have them problems at all. At all. Didn't have them at all. Mm-mm. Honey say that. What you say? Y'all, we ain't been here 5 minutes yet. I'm just saying, this man had a little one, and that's why he don't even want to be seen fucking. Honey, he want to watch other people fuck because he know that's something he could never do. And now I don't want to be okay. Y'all gonna okay? Look, y'all can judge if you want to, but I'm gonna ask some real questions now. I'm gonna ask some real questions, and y'all not gonna like these questions. And look, if you're look, if you are not gonna be able to handle these questions, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not gonna be. I just have a question, okay? I just want to know. This Negro doesn't have a dick. He doesn't, okay? He doesn't have one. I mean, if you got a Tootsie Roll size one, you don't have one, okay? So there's that. So my question is, when he violates somebody, are we just mad at we must be mad at the intention behind it, because certainly this fool ain't doing nothing. I mean, I don't understand. See, it makes sense now that he doesn't do a lot of that. That he sits, that he watches, because he don't want nobody to see that thing. And I get it. I get it. And maybe that's why he doesn't want to take accountability for anything, because he feels like he didn't do anything, like literally. Like, he probably feels like, well, I ain't do nothing because I can't. I don't mean to sound crazy. Yeah, Lunar Brain Fireheart. I want to know, like, does he have a black bag in his car like Nesto? Because I want to understand. Like, when we think of when we hear that he could go both ways, I still want to understand. That means a lot of people know he got an itty bitty ditty. I cannot with this. I just can't with this, y'all. Well, anyway, yesterday we learned that Diddy had an itty bitty one. It's the size of a Tootsie Roll, and then they even put a picture next to the Tootsie Roll so that we would know this, because it's necessary in the court documents. Okay. And I know this fool right here is embarrassed as hell. But my thought is this: if all these people from the entertainment business he was screwing and causing them to go down on him and all of that, like, he ain't got nothing down there. He ain't got nothing. I mean, he ain't got nothing. That's why he want to watch other people. But why would he want their stuff on his I can't, on his nipples? He's nasty and weird. He's a whole weirdo, and his mama is they should lock her up too. That's all I'm saying. They need to lock the whole family up. I hope he didn't pass those. Good thing Quincy has a different dad. Cause ain't no telling with well, and Justin. If you ask me, Quincy and Justin have different fathers. We know that. We know that Quincy's dad, his biological father, is Albie Shore. Justin's, we believe that his dad is Wolf, okay, who was Puffy's ex-bodyguard and friend, okay, that he allegedly had unalived. Okay, set him up to get unalived, and then he took his son and his dog and his woman. Okay, So good thing Justin and Quincy have a different father. That Christian, I'm sad for him. Does he have a itty bitty ditty like his daddy? Does he have a itty bitty ditty like daddy? Huh? Because he in trouble too. They say he done violated women too. See, them little dicks will make you mad. Them little thingies will make you mad, and anybody who got to deal with you mad. CJ said Diddy took a trip on the wild side and never came back. How he gonna ride anything? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why they mad. I'm just saying. Okay, so what I wanted to do today was kind of like go over what has been stated out here about the goings ons throughout this trial. Okay, I missed yesterday. I was listening, but I missed it. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, just want to check emails. Okay, all right. All right. So really quickly, I would like to take a look at what was going on yesterday and currently what's going on today. Okay. Here's that one. There is a couple of videos though, real quick, I wanted to kind of look at. One is from, what's her name? I was going to say Carly Red, but it's not Carly Red. What's her name? Tiffany Red, I think her name is. She, hold on. She is a friend of Cassie's who was also a songwriter. She came out last year, actually, right after Cassie's lawsuit dropped. She came out and she talked about the things she witnessed where Diddy was concerned, how she felt taken advantage of as a songwriter, and just a lot of what she saw firsthand and what she knew firsthand to have been going on with Cassie. So not yesterday, but the day before, after some of the details were starting to be shared about Cassie's testimony, she came out and did a quick little video. So let's kind of watch that together, because she was frustrated, and I get it. I completely get it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to try to start this over. Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
Used us to trick her without us even knowing. I didn't know. How would I know? And why would I spend the prime time of my songwriting career writing for a project that wasn't going to come out? How does that make sense? It doesn't. Everybody was working on that project. I remember one time being at the studio with Cass and just like sitting there and going through her hard drive and pulling up different records from just so many different people. I mean, she worked with everyone. Who would work with everyone on something that's not coming out? Nobody. That doesn't make sense. Cassie has so much incredible music that y'all never heard. So far beyond anything that I wrote. She recorded music for years and years and years and years and years. And I see a narrative in the comment sections and some of these, the people reporting on the shit. I see like she was fame hungry. No, she was an artist who had already had a hit record, who was excited about her career. Like, let's not forget that Cass was signed to Next Selection, which was Ryan Leslie's company, and he's the one who did Me and You, and he did that joint venture with Bad Boy, and Me and You was released and the song went crazy. Like, let's not treat this like she was some groupie, because she wasn't. She was an artist. Ooh, it's day 2 and this shit's already pissing me off.
Okay, so right here is a tweet from Inner City Press. Shout out to Inner City Press. They have been in the courtroom every day, live tweeting what's being said in the courtroom, right? And the tweet that she is referencing was one where the DA is saying, how many songs did you write while with Sean? Because uh, the prosecutor is asking Cassie, what was her relationship to Diddy? What were the promises that were made? What were the promises that were broken? Who are you? How did what was your ultimate goal? And basically, she's explaining pretty much what Tiffany Red is saying, that, Cassie was a legit artist. Okay. So she was signed to this deal to do 10 albums with Diddy, a 10 album deal. And she was constantly writing and in the studio and recording, only for nothing to ever come out. So this is the tweet that Tiffany is responding to, or speaking on. The prosecutor says, how many songs did you write while with Sean? Cassie says, hundreds. Most were never released. Some got leaked on the internet, some on mixtapes. The prosecutor says, how many albums on your deal were not released? And Cassie says, 9. And then the prosecutor says, did you get paid for them? And Cassie said, no. So Tiffany is saying, look, he never had any intention of releasing any music for Cassie. He just wanted to keep her stringing along. And he used these writers and producers who came in there and wrote and really thought they were working towards projects with her that would actually be released, because that's what they do. Well, now they're finding out that that was never going to happen. That they got used, they got bamboozled too. Even the people that were around Cassie, spending that time in studios writing hits for someone and some project that never was going to come out, taking time away from them really working on their own craft and having the chance to write for maybe other artists that the shit would get published. So this is I'm sure a lot of people that were around are questioning what they saw, questioning um why they didn't do something if they did see things, and those that are thinking, I was used in the process. I was a part of this whole scheme and didn't even know it, you know? Um okay, hold on. All right, so I just saw a new tweet that came through. Okay. So that's kind of where we are. That came out yesterday, or day before yesterday, I want to say. Hey, Shell. So let me pull that down. Okay, so there's that. So that happened. Stop sharing. Okay, so then I've been going out here to Inner City Press. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that, y'all. Okay. So, as I mentioned, Inner City Press comes out here and they do verbatims almost of what's happening in the courtroom. I want to see. I'm trying to understand how some of these people. Okay, here we go. So I kind of want to go through yesterday, what was going on, and then go straight into today. Let me see. I had this one. Okay. All right. So here's the live updates for today. But I kind of want to go to yesterday's. Ta-da-da. Show more. Hold on, y'all. What do y'all think about what you're hearing? I feel really bad for Cassie because honestly, like she it's enough to have to go through some shit, but when you got to talk about it and relive it in your conversations, that is not easy. That is not easy. When you've gone through less, it's not easy. And this girl's been through a lot. Um Actually, I'm just going to start with today for now because I cannot get back to where I wanted to be for yesterday. Um, Yesterday, we do know that she started to talk in more detail about their relationship. Actually, I do want to go to yesterday's though. Hold on. You guys, so I apologize for that. Damn it, man. Uh, Hold on. Okay. I mean, the shit that this lady had to go through, ain't no way in hell. I mentioned sometimes God just really he really will save you from yourself. There are lots of Cassies out here, I believe. And I mean there are a lot of Cassies that Diddy ran into. I think that we just know Cassie's story. We've heard a little bit of Gina's story. We can guess about what was going on with Kim's story. We know some of that stuff too. But there are other women that were also violated by this man. And I think that that's why I think, his anatomy and his deficiency, to be quite honest with you, his deformity, because that is a deform that's deformed. If your shit look like a Tootsie Roll, yeah, you're deformed. He probably should be getting a disability check. Now I don't know if I think if one of your limbs are smaller and shorter than another, I bet if your arm was shorter than it was supposed to be, you could get a disability check. So why in the hell can't you get one when your dick is the size of a Tootsie Roll? Like that is a deformity. Okay. I'm still back on that. I can't. I can't. It tells me everything I need to know about this man. But anyway, that's why I think that he is always causing other people to do the freaky shit in front of him. Prima Wanda, this is not me saying that it's like a Tootsie Roll. Cassie put it in court documents. Okay? And even put a picture of a Tootsie Roll next to it on a court document. Yes. No, not they. Cassie said it. Cassie said the shit is the size of a Tootsie Roll and took a picture of a Tootsie Roll and put it in the document and called it an itty bitty ditty. Now, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. It is unbelievable. I am sure that is the ultimate stab in the heart for this nigga in front of the world. Now everybody knows Yo Diddy is itty bitty. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, he did. Texas Toy said, and he liked big black D's, pretending it's him. Exactly. Wishing it was him. Wishing it was him. He also liked them white ones too. I guess, anyway, all I'm saying is he had, now that's penis envy if I ever seen it. Okay. Travel girl, it's a mess. Okay. Oh, it wasn't Cassie. It was the Jane Doe. That's right. I'm sorry. You're right, Lexi. I'm sorry. It was the Jane Doe. It's the Jane Doe. I apologize. You're right. And is this it was Jane Doe. Hey, cross country cruiser. Just a mess. Hey, Miss Lady. What I walk into? You walked in on hearing that Diddy's dick is small. It's itty bitty. And they called it the itty bitty Diddy. Not the itty bitty Diddy committee. To hell with the itty bitty titty committee. To hell with that. Okay. The itty bitty Diddy committee. Jesus. My God. This man was obsessed with watching other people because he couldn't do anything his damn self. Hey, Shelly. Girl. Okay. So anyway, let's get back into this shit right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move to here. Okay, I don't know why, but why can't I make this side of my screen? Anywho, let me share my screen, child, so we can look at some stuff from yesterday because that was a lot. Yes, that's right. It was the Jane Doe, y'all. The Jane Doe. I was done. If we had that thing, I would straight up read it. Okay, I really would. Okay, so here's the tweets from yesterday. Okay, now I won't be able to look at the chat a whole lot because I'm working from one screen really, but I've got my phone up, but I'll be reading tweets, so forgive me. Here, let me move things around just a tad. I want to make the right side of my screen disappear, y'all, but I can't. I don't know if it's because I'm working it from, like, I want that right side to go away, so all you see is the tweet, but I can't. Anyway, all right, we just gonna go with what we got going on. Okay. Oh, so and we'll just kind of scroll through here. We may not do each and every one of these posts, each and every one of these tweets, but we'll get through as much as possible because he's got a little video in here too that I want to watch. Okay. All right. So we're here. Okay. So, Inner City Press, this is him, which you can see at the top of the screen. We'll listen to this video. It's 3 minutes. Yes, as Inner City Press first reported, Combs turned down a plea deal, but it's still not known for what sentencing guidelines was offered. That would be interesting to hear more about. So let's listen to Inner City Press.
Okay, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press.
Make it big so we can all see him. Okay.
The Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. Well, Diddy docket, civil and criminal, of course. Yeah, we're live tweeting the criminal trial of Sean Combs. Yesterday, they finished with the male dancer Daniel Phillip, and then Cassie took the stand. It was really, it was something. You can find, of course, the tweets. We've also put extra stuff on Substack and some of the filings on Patreon. But The legal issue that's arising is whether when she's under cross-examination, which will begin today, whether she'll be allowed to talk to her lawyer, who's Douglas Wigdor, a noted Me Too and other, mostly a civil lawyer. He had a case with Leon Block in which he dropped out, but that's another matter. In any event, both he and the lawyer for Mia are wanting to say that they have every right to speak with their client during cross. Now, often it's said that a witness can't speak to the lawyer during cross in order to not coordinate, but the government and them are citing the Victims' Rights Act. Of course, Alexander Shapiro for Combs said that can't trump the rights of the defendant to get to the truth, i.e., mess up the testifying witness. So there's that. On the civil Diddy docket, in one of the many cases initially brought by Tony Busby, he's withdrawn from them, has another lawyer on the case. It was a Jane Doe versus Sean Combs case, in which involving, I think, 2014 in Las Vegas. In any case, it's been found and ruled by Judge Broderick here of the Southern District that Jane Doe cannot proceed under pseudonym and must either give her name by May 20th in an amended complaint or see the case dismissed on that ground. So there's a lot of this is how it's going. We're covering it closely. It seems to be going out all over the place, including Perry Match. Not that it matters. We've asked, believe it or not, to go international. We've asked the UN about it because they often are talking about, I think they put on orange shirts. They do all of this stuff. Of course, the UN itself is deeply involved in sexual abuse through their peacekeepers. These guys have full immunity. They're sent to some of the most dysfunctional, poor countries on earth: the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Haiti, and when they used to have a UN before the Haitians, much to their credit, threw the UN out for bringing cholera and killing people. In any event, the UN is deeply engaged in sexual abuse, but has no comment on either this case or Gérard Depardieu or anything else for the matter. But what they do is that we've received leaks from within the UN, which we cover despite being banned from it, both of staff asking Antonio Guterres to resign because he's killing the organization. And then yesterday, a leak from Guterres himself complaining about leaks. Yes, he said he bemoaned leaks of his plans. This from an organization, all of this, including the banning of the press, an organization that pretends to be for freedom of the press. Speaking of which, also to be determined is whether the videos, the freak-off videos, can be seen. There was some back and forth yesterday. There was a proposal to have a pool, which I'm less certain of. Seems like the judge is not going to allow it, and we'll see where it goes from there. Now, it's a rainy day, and so you can see not just mine, but many cameras here on in front of the courthouse. People will be doing stand-ups across the street. There's a little. You see that yellow booth there? That thing is out here at midnight, or even earlier, in front of the courthouse to get in. But we're going in. Inner City Press on the case.
Thank you, Inner City Press. If you guys want to keep abreast of what's going on with the Inner City Press, what's going on in the court.
Okay, here we are, man.
With those live
stuff
with those live updates, you can go and subscribe to him on Twitter. Now it looks like, he might have this. This might be the link. Let me see. Can I go there? There's a link to, let's see. It says Diddy docket, Doe must give name. Sean Combs was sued for grape in Hotel Rio by Doe. Pseudonym denied, name by May 20th. Order here. Okay. Trying to see. On May 13th, it was ordered that plaintiff shall file a anonymized version of the complaint. Okay. I thought this was a link to the actual docket, but it's not. Okay. All right. So we'll just go back. So that's Inner City Press. Got it. He's there. Gave us some deets. Appreciate it. He's got some links over there on Patreon as well. Okay. So yesterday, the judge comes in, just as all rise. You are still under oath to proceed. He's talking to the jurors, and then he talks to Cassie and tells her she's still under oath. Okay. Says, Miss Ventura, I just handed you 2 drives. What is on them? GX8. And she said messages and photos from my devices. Okay, so they go into what's in there from the devices. Oh, does he have another video here? Let's see. Or maybe not. Oh, okay. This is a link to his Patreon. So y'all can join Patreon if y'all want to join Patreon. So never mind that. All right. So let's go up. Okay. So here is it says, now amid the second day, Cassie Ventura's direct testimony in U.S. versus Sean Combs. Here is an exhibit from the trial. It's the hotel security email. Ooh, let's see how big can I make it. I can't make it that big. Damn it, man. Can I make it bigger? I cannot. Shoot, I wish I could make it bigger because I can't even read it my damn self. But I guess this is, did you guys see the full 15-minute, clip of the hotel attack? I know that there were some people watched it or played it, I'm sorry, on their channels. Others did not want to. I am open to playing it. I am open to playing it because I think it's very relevant. Okay, a couple of people said no. So they released the uncut 15 minutes and they played it in court. A part of me feels like I want to play it. I say let's play it. Because the fact that he is still out here, or his people are trying to justify. Now, a lot of folks are, oh, there's pictures and stuff too. Let's look at this, y'all. Let me see. Is the I mean, he's a demon. He's a demon, but it's that little dick did it. I mean, I don't understand why people didn't know that this was going to happen. I just can't imagine a nice person with a small dick. So anyway. Let me yeah, we're going to watch it. We're gonna have to watch it. Sick day's testimony. Hold on. We are almost there. I'm not finding that one. How come I put it right here though? Hold on, y'all. I think I need to pull it from someplace else because that version is super slow. There we go. There we go. Come on. I don't know what. I'm clicking on the video, but it won't. What's going on with this? Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube because this is weird. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, no, not there, not there. Right there. Okay, so hold on, y'all. All right, so, oh, okay, got it. All right, so we're going to watch it. Let's watch it together. And then we can jump into the other stuff after that. Because now I feel like they're saying that we didn't see the full 15-minute video before. I feel like maybe I just saw enough to gather what was taking place. But the reason why it's 15 minutes as well is because you get a couple different camera angles. There's no audio, so I can kind of talk while we're watching it. And I will probably stop it, here and there, just so we're clear. I'm going to, I think I'm going to keep it about this size. I may zoom in here and there though. Okay. So let's watch it. Please hit the like button if you don't mind, because I'm sure this is going to take me straight on out the algorithm. So please please hit the like button, child, to keep me out there. All right, so let's play it and we can talk about it as we watch. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So it starts off where Cassie is walking out. She's got her bags, her items. Doesn't appear she doesn't have any shoes on. It doesn't seem she was that tells you right there that she was trying to get out. She was trying to go. She was tiptoeing out. She thought she could, I'm guessing, get out without him hearing it. This is me guessing at this point. And here he comes. The way he just snatched her and threw her to the damn ground. Sick. It's sick. So now, and then to come back behind it and kick her, which appears to have happened with him kicking her in the back of her head, hitting some of her back. Now he's grabbing her bags and then grabs her and then takes her by her shirt and I believe by her hair too. So now she gets up. He's got all her shit. She grabs the rest of her stuff and she's still trying to leave with nothing. She goes over to the phone to call security. Hold on. So the internet's bad, y'all? Hold on. Is the internet bad? I hear Texas Tour. I just saw that she said Diddy got V's internet. Okay. All right. So ta-da-da. Let me go back. Okay. Oh, it's fine now? Okay. So now she's calling security. He's coming back like, why aren't you coming? Now he's nervous because she didn't call security. So now he knows he's going to have to do some other shit to smooth this over, because now she's involved other people. Now, mind you, security, maybe they weren't paying attention, but security should have been able to see what was going on anyway. But maybe, this is what I will say. There are some security departments where, they may not have somebody watching the cameras all the time, but the cameras are running all the time, right? So I don't know if that was what was going on here, because nobody came up till after she called. So that leads me to believe that they weren't really watching what was happening. But she calls. Now he's trying to stop her. So we can't see what he's doing right there, but we can assume he's attacking her. We can assume that. And we can assume that because we just saw what he did. But now he's in a corner, and he just learned that she's called security on him. So now we don't know what's all transpiring right here in this corner. So now he big and bad with his little itty bitty thing. Well, I don't even know why he got that towel on. He could have probably gotten a leaf and put it over top of him. Anyway, so now you can tell he's indignant. Oh, okay. So you can kind of see what's happening. Hold on. Let me go back. As you can see, we can see a reflection from the mirror that's on the wall across. So I guess he went over, he sat in a chair that was in the opposite corner from her. She's standing in another corner, and then he gets up. He mad now. He knows security's on the way. He knows he can't really do much at this point. He knows he's already done too much because it's on the video. Now he's still talking shit to her. She's pulled up her hoodie. She's got the phone. Good for her. Good for her. Good for her. It looks like, from what I can tell, well, anyway, she tried to call again. Let's put it that way. Now he's walking over to her. Now she's got her hands up. He's like, come on. Now he sits in the chair across from her. So now here's another angle. So from this angle, we can see the room. Their room is at the end of this hallway, down on the right. And so now we're going to see when she's walking out, and then, we'll see him walk out after that. Come on. Oh, Lord. Okay, here she comes. She's exiting the room. And I guess now he's figuring out, oh, she gone? Here he comes running. His controlling ass. So now we know the attack is happening right there. He throws her to the ground, and now he's going to drag her back towards this doorway. Pulling. I don't think I feel like he didn't really expect that she was he really thought she was gonna follow his ass there. And maybe because she has always or tends to be more submissive to the situation, but not this time. So now we see where he's attempting to walk out. He sees that she's calling security. He's scared right there. I don't care what nobody says. He's very concerned that she done call security. Oh my God, who just changed your name to Itty Bitty Diddy? That's what I need to know. This is what I need to know. Who did it? Who did this? Who did this? I need to know who did this. Who changed their name to Itty Bitty Diddy? I I want to know. I want to know who did it. I think if I were to take a guess, if I would just take a guess, it's probably the damn Diddy's baby oil. Jesus, itty bitty Diddy. Honestly, you know what? And let's just pause for the cause for a second here. Let me make myself bigger as I say this. Itty bitty Diddy had a question. B. Lenore, which is worse, the itty bitty Diddy or the Charleston White glass eye? I would say the itty bitty Diddy. Okay. Okay. That would be worse. All right. That eyeball is not going to bother me. Once it's over there in that jar over on his side of the bed, that's his business. Okay. And I can close my eyes and he can close his one eye. And as long as his Diddy ain't itty bitty, then we can still have a good time. But if your Diddy is itty bitty, there's no coming back from that. There's nothing. I can't do shit with it. I can't do shit with it. Okay. So at least this itty bitty Diddy anyway, I'll take the glass eye. I will take the motherfucking glass eye. All right. And keep my eyes closed. And we'll be fine at night. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a damn what you do. He can't do shit about that itty bitty Diddy. That is something else. I cannot with this rag yet. Oh, it all makes sense. Now it all makes damn sense. Okay. Now, all of this makes sense now. I think that honestly, I feel like the jury should just go deliberate right now, and they'd be back 15 minutes to say he guilty because that is why he does all of this. This is why all of this has happened. This is why he do too much. Okay, that's why he do too much. I bet his hands is small. His feet look small. We should have known. We should have known. He gives little dick energy. Okay. He gives itty bitty energy. So we should have known better. Jane Doe said this shit is like a fucking Tootsie Roll. Okay. I can't. This is why he is guilty. He is guilty. This man is guilty. And we know now why. All right. Now back to this shit. Okay. So now he's talking shit to her. I guess he's trying to figure out what you gonna tell security. He over here trying to I guess coerce her now into fixing this story before they get up there. He's probably threatening her. He probably trying to blame her. You made me do this to you. all of that. And for what I understand, I guess okay, here's security. Security then come up. But from what I can tell, I want to say that it was said last year, whenever this video came out, that he had secured the entire floor. I know usually, big stars like that, whatever floor they're on, they tend to book the entire floor to control sound and whatnot. So security has come up there, allowed Cassie. Cassie has gone back towards the opposite direction. I don't know if she's just standing at the end of the hallway and we can't see her, but she's standing around, or I don't know. I'll just put it this way. She walked in the direction of which the camera is that we're looking at. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. The security is walking with Diddy back towards the room. And I believe she ends up going back that way to get her items eventually. Please hit the like button. So at this point, I think dude is trying to, when I say dude, I mean the itty bitty guy. I think Diddy is trying to talk this man into making this go away, not reporting it, getting rid of the video. Like he's making some sort of proposition, if you will. The security guard said that he tried to hand him a wad of money. I still have not found out whether or not he took the money. I'm guessing maybe he didn't. But we do know that the video didn't come out for years. So Diddy is trying to really plead his case. Man, the country, the world is clowning this small dick nigga today, okay? And yesterday. Mm-hmm. Okay, Sonny's white muscle t-shirt he said no. Okay, so now she's headed back towards the room so she could get her things. Security is going with her to make sure she gets it. They end up coming out together. Now here go the cleaning folks. I know they like, what the hell? Can you imagine being the cleaning person that has to come in and clean up after a fucking freak off? The girl said baby oil be all on the walls, blood in the sheets. It be off the chain. Can y'all imagine that? Jesus. So now she's leaving. How much more of this we have? Okay, so we got about 5 more minutes. And here comes security. And security says that while he was in the room, Diddy reached over and handed him a wad of money. Said it was $100,000, y'all. My God. And now security is gone. Okay. Okay, here comes Diddy again. He nervous, child. He's scared. He know he's gonna have to really do some things to keep this out the press. He wanted to see if she really gone, wanted to see if the security is really gone, and they were. So now he on the phone, child, trying to call his people, make this shit go away. So my understanding is at that time, the guy that's over Michael, that was with Michael Jackson when he died, hmm that bodyguard tried to fix things and make the shit go away. Is from what I understand. Um, I remember Little Rod saying, because they said Little Rod was there at the trial yesterday too, and Little Rod talks about how Diddy told him that Mr. I can't think of his name, but he's the bodyguard that was with Michael Jackson. He said this guy can make things go away, make people go away. And that wasn't lost on me because Michael Jackson went away on his watch. And now he works for Diddy, or was. I don't know if he still does. So here's a different angle. This is now from the opposite side of the hall, and now he's following her that way. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Now, they say that there was an incident at some point where Cassie went off and beat some other girl up or whatever. My thing is this. Can you imagine the anger and aggression that she has been forced to suppress? And she could never really fully, you know, do to him what she probably really wanted to do to him, even when she did fight back. So that shit is going to show up some other way. He's so damn manipulative. He's the devil personified. So he over there threatening her, going back over to her, probably putting his hands on her again. Now security is walking him back. I'm so sorry for this young lady. I'm happy for, hopefully her husband is as wonderful as we believe that he is. Hopefully, I believe that he is. I believe that she has found some peace, and she's got a family of her own. And I think that's really it now, you guys. Yep, security walks out. I think he's going to come back, double back down this other side of the hall to look at something, and then he leaves. All right. Okay, so we'll just stop there. So that happened yesterday. They released the full 15-minute footage there. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the tweets. Did I just move the tweets, child? Tell me I didn't. So let's go to the New York Times. Their updates for today. Let's just do that. Yesterday I will say that I learned about how she would have to do these freak offs, and again they could last for days, right? And then it would take her days to recover. And she talked about um, having to perform so much and perform professional so much, you guys, that she had sores in her mouth. She had severe urinary tract infections. I'm sure she had bacterial vaginosis as well. Like, look, you can get BV from just having the wrong damn panties on. Okay. So, can you imagine when she's got all kinds of objects, foreign objects all up and through? Like, I just hate it for this child, this lady. Poor thing. My God. So, let's just kind of see where they are today, because I know the cross is supposed to happen today. And okay. So we will get started there. That's 5 hours ago. I'm going to read this whole update. Why is this doing this to me, y'all? Hold on. It really has me jacked up today. I don't know why it's doing this to me. Okay. Okay. We're almost there. Hold on. Oh, God. Hold on, y'all. This is really getting on my nerves. Really getting on my nerves. Hold on. This, you know what, New York Times, y'all are not gonna get me again. Lord have mercy. Okay, ugh. Everybody wants you to subscribe and pay, child. Pay, and pay. Good God. I was on here yesterday, so I don't know what's wrong with you got to subscribe, child. I got to resubscribe. They said they want their dollar. They want their dollar, y'all. My God. Continue. Do. Okay. Okay. Ooh, hold on, y'all. I think the New York Post and the New York Times are both doing their okay. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, child. Hold on. I should have ate too, child, before I came up in this piece. So our own Dennis Byron is there doing what he does. Oh, shoot. Hold on. And I think he just went live with some updates. Hold on one second. It must be about lunchtime. Let me see what Dennis Byron is saying over there. See if we need to go look. So hold on one second. Then said Cassie Ventura gets grilled on witness stand. So Dennis is giving some updates as we speak. Well, let's dip in real quick and sneak and listen, and then I won't listen to the whole thing because I want to make sure that my friend gets all of the clicks and views that he deserves. Okay, he does deserve. Hold on. So much going on. Okay, let me share my screen. Come on, Dennis.
This morning, before court actually started with the jury, the judge and the lawyers argue about some other admissibility of evidence, and that took about an hour. And then Cassie's lawyer also raised the issue, which took about tomorrow. But right afterwards, Cassie took the stand. Mr. Combs is at the defense table wearing a tan sweater, white shirt, and well, I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, looking at him from the position I was he looks a little thin, if you ask me, because I've seen Puffy puffed up, and his hair is gray. It's gray.
Wow.
It's not salt and pepper. It's gray. I thought the sketch artist was doing him a disservice, but from my vantage point, his hair is definitely gray, and that's obviously what happens when you're under these type of circumstances. But it is what it is. So let's look at some of her testimony.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. Hey, Mixtress Monica. Hey, Miss Principal. And Mai Tai. Hey. Would you say I'm not? What'd you say, Mai Tai? You're the Diddy president. What'd you say? What now? Mai Tai. I'm not only a client, I'm the Diddy president. What Diddy president are you, child? Hey, baptize that ass. Hey, Shark Tank Life. Hey, y'all. If I didn't say hi, please. Hey, Nana and Nene. Hope you guys are good. So Dennis is giving us a little bit of update. He was saying how, okay, so Diddy's hair is completely white. Now, I understand how stressful that can be. I mean, this man's looking at his whole life flashing before his eyes, and he is without all of the privileges that he's used to, the accommodations that he's used to. He's been living as a multimillionaire for many years, and so this is hard. But I am surprised that the whole head is just white as snow, the whole head. Like, I understand part of that stress, but damn it, man, how long has he been dyeing that hair? Jeez, the whole head is white, yo. Okay, so let's listen. Let's listen. We're not gonna listen. Let's listen a little longer.
So when the defense asked her, they start out by asking her, you guys have been together for 11 years. You were in love with him, right? Cassie responded, yes. You said on the stand, this is the process. The defense. Defense asked her, you said on the stand when the prosecution was questioning you that you were a jealous woman. She says, yes. Were you jealous of Kim Porter? Yes. There was instances where Puffy would spend time with Kim's kids and Kim, and Cassie didn't like that. She felt like she was an outsider. She felt like she was the side chick. That's the basic way she felt. And
because she was initially, she definitely was the side chick. All of why you bullshitting are side chicks. All of them, every last one of them, including Kim. This man embarrassed the hell out of her. She was in that. I remember when they first had those twins, and I want to say, was it Ebony or Essence? One of the magazines interviewed them did like a whole cover story on them, and she was talking about how she wanted to be married. You know, that they had a family, and that she was looking forward to marriage. I'm just paraphrasing. And he came, when they asked him, he said he ain't the marrying type. He said he don't want to be married. Or he ain't ready to be married, or whatever it was. Kim was a side piece too. AKA Jennifer Lopez came around, and all these bitches was. Now see, here's the thing. Had J-Lo stayed around for any more for a longer period of time, who's to say she wouldn't have ended up like a Cassie? You know what I'm saying? Or like a Kim, for that matter. Depending upon what you believe about Kim's passing, at the end of the day, you could have ended up like Kim or Cassie, J-Lo, had you stayed in that situation. And to hear the other day, the testimony where she talked about Diddy giving her a pow to put in her purse. This is just his MO with women. He uses them, he grooms them, he abuses them, and he's been able to cycle through so many and dare each of these women to have a problem with it. In fact, he likes the fact that they are jealous of one another, because that's exactly what he wants, because he has a little dick. Do you not understand this now? Does it not all make sense now? He has an itty bitty ditty. So of course he likes it when it looks like women are fighting over him. Hell, he likes it when the men are fighting over him. Okay? A lady 747 said French Montana was his man. Hold on, let me find. Who did that? Who said that? Okay. Who said that? Who said that? A lady 747 said French Montana was his main chick. Okay. Now, see, maybe the men don't feel so violated by him because he has an itty bitty ditty. Okay. Yeah, Prima Wanda, now that men can fight over him right there in prison. All right. And he will have them doing that shit. He will. Okay. If he got somebody who can put a good amount of money on his books, he is going to boss these mother suckers around. And he is going to eat well while he does it. Do you hear me? Okay, so let's listen a little more.
We know this to be true because there were reports early on in their relationship that she had issue with Kim Porter. So it's standing to reason that this may be another reason why she's taking this position. And we only speculate. We don't know for certain, but it does appear that under cross-examination, she's having a problem with showing that she was coerced. And if you would read the text messages, which we'll have tonight, there's a lot of messages in these transcripts that will show that she was definitely trying to get her freak on. And you guys may say, "Oh no, he abused her." Well, these text messages don't show that.
Well, let's be clear. It depends on what you're talking about, Dennis, because just because she's saying she needs to be fucked or she wants to be with him, what she is she was not wanting to have a freak off with other men. She only did that to please him, Dennis. She only did that to please him, sir. And so if she called him to say, I want to fuck, she's saying, I want you. I want it to be us. Okay? That doesn't mean that she wasn't being coerced to do things that she normally wouldn't do. He groomed her so that she would want to please him by any means necessary and belittled her if she didn't. So the text messages may just be a sign of what it is that, I mean, of her just trying to get his attention. It doesn't mean she just wanted to get her freak on with a bunch of random men. Oh, Lord, Dennis.
And it's interesting that the prosecution was quick to put out the amount of money that she settled with Mr. Combs, but these other text messages, they should have got in front of these text messages. These text messages doesn't help the prosecution's case. As a matter of fact, it shows that she was a willing participant in a adult activities.
Dennis, they just now putting on their case, Dennis. She's a star witness. She had to go first and everything, early on because she's pregnant, Dennis. But I can assure you, Dennis, I have not spoken with the prosecution. I have not asked them how they're going to lay out their case. But I would bet my last dollar, Dennis, that they are going to have a psychologist come on and talk to you about abuse, talk to you about manipulation, talk to you about how he grooms these women and how what she's saying and what she is doing is what he has groomed her to do. Yet she is trying to get out of having to do these things here. Yes, Rossi, these men is slow, child. They slow. They slow. Okay? Dennis is reading text messages, and just because she says she want to fuck, that means she's a freak. No, she could be a freak, and a lot of women are, especially with their man. Okay, with their man, they may do anything with their man. And so she was willing to do. See, she's young too. She's much younger than him. She's impressionable. She is vulnerable. And he knows she's hungry for something. See, he had, just like how he made those kids walk to Junior's cheesecake place, which was miles and miles and fuck away from where they were staying on that Making the Band show. He does this kind of shit, and he makes you think that you must not want this bad enough if you're not willing to go the extra mile. So she comes out here saying she wants to make him happy. But she's also saying, I don't want to do with anybody but you. Or if he says, I don't understand it. I don't understand. These men are slow, child.
It doesn't show that she was being forced. So they have a big hurdle to overcome here. Congratulations.
They don't have as big of a hurdle as you think, Dennis, because they're just now putting on the case. They're going to have multiple experts come out here and tell you about the mindset of an abused woman. Okay? They're probably going to come out here and talk about the mindset of a sex worker, because in essence, that's what he turned her into. She was no longer an artist. Instead, she was a fucking high-priced whore. That's basically what he turned her into. And she didn't even know that was happening. She said it became her job to do these freak offs. That's what he had done. He had positioned that this was her damn job, and he locked her into continuing to do it because he threatened to release footage of the things that she tried to do to please him. Now he's talking about, I'm gonna use that thing you did, and I'm gonna show the world if you don't continue to do what I want you to do. So to keep people off your ass, sometimes you will act like you like the shit that they're making you do because you don't want to get beat up again. You don't want to get more sores in your mouth and another UTI. And I mean, this girl has been abused inside and out, and he used people around him to abuse her. He's a sick individual. He is sick. And the fact that you men don't get this, they get it. They get it. I just can't.
Left or right? Tassel. You guys, you know this is graduation season.
Dennis, I hope that chat is.
Are you done there, sir?
Not yet.
Okay, well,
You fired? You fired? I'm recording. Yes. You have a question?
Yeah, question.
Hold on, guys, stand by.
Who is that? What you want? We already doing this.
Talk to me. You don't have to stand over. Just talk to the people.
Who's the people?
Who is
You got
you?
people watching. So,
Oh, you got people watching.
so you know something about this case. You've been listening to it on the news and everything.
Who,
What do you think about
who is you, man? Who is you? Why you over here bothering Dennis? Dennis is over here doing the whole show, sir. You don't see a camera in front of him. What you mean, who the people? People, we is the people. We the people. Now you stop interrupting. You got something to say? You better have something good to say, sir.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you think Mr. Combs is guilty of what he's been charged with, or do you think that?
Well, that's going to be determined by a jury. But what they charged him with is an overall act, okay? Conspiracy and racketeering, which is a crock of shit.
Right, with like racketeering, isn't money should be connected with the racketeering?
He sound like he an old mob guy. He's like, fuck this shit. This is no real Rico. We do the real Ricos. That's what he sound like, some old retired mobster or something. I don't know. He over here. Why is he bothering this black man while he trying to do a show? I need to understand this. And why is you whispering? Speak up.
It's not that. It's the conspiracy that you conspired to do X, Y, Z. Okay, if me and you were like regular gentlemen and going out on a Friday night, let's go get a woman and so on and so on. We're conspiring to go. No, now you add a couple of different components to it, and they try to twist it out of proportion.
So,
Nigga, whatever. Italian nigga, this is not what's going on here. This man is a whole menace, sir. He had a whole racket going, okay? He's running women here and there and running through them too. I'm not, sir, mind your business. Get out of these black people's business, all right? This is people of color business, all right? Because Cassie ain't black, but she black to America, and she's a person of color. This is people of color's business. Get out of this. Stay out of our business. Damn it.
Let me ask you this. This is very important. Do you think the government is overreaching and charging?
Oh my God.
And why is it that no other one's charged in this case? Do you ask that question as well? You could probably remember the case in the same building with John Gotti. They hit him with the rap.
John Gotti is probably his cousin. What the fuck? Of course he knows about John Gotti. Of course he does. That's why he thinks this is some bullshit. He thinks that because his Ricos are bigger than this Rico, or it's different, that it's not a Rico. This is still a Rico too, sir. Now you mind your Italian business, and we're going to mind our colored people business. All right? Jesus.
Rico case.
Because they pointed the dots, connected the dots, let's say. Okay, it was all crime.
And why are you whispering? Okay, wait a minute. Nuh-uh. Mind your business says, sit down, Carmine. Oh my God. Oh God. It's just as much of a Rico, sir. Mind your business.
Forward for this wasn't designed. Okay, that was specifically designed for people committing conspiracy with an overt act.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what they're trying to say is he's using his record label to lure women in to participate in acts that.
And did.
You do remember who Hugh Hefner was, right? You know he had a lot of parties, right? A lot of parties. What's the difference between Hugh and Diddy right now?
There isn't a difference. The only difference between Hugh Hefner and Diddy is that Hugh Hefner was white. Period. Period on period. If you ask me, he was running a prostitution ring too. We know that he did. He had them women in there. He had them staying. They had rules. They had curfews and shit. Those women had to be in the house by 8 p.m. That's some bullshit. And then they were expected to go and entertain some of his celebrity friends. They were also expected to screw him. He also pitted those women against each other. Ain't shit different between him and Diddy, except for the fact that he was a white man. That's it. That's all. Okay. And the other thing is he because look, Bill Cosby was one of Hugh Hefner's dear friends, allegedly. And Bill got brought up on some shit that had to do with one of them fucking bunnies. And yet and still, Hugh Hefner, they let this nigga go ahead and die. They let this motherfucker die. And ain't did shit to him. But ain't nobody got time for this. We know the difference. He was a white man. That's it and that's all.
Besides
the press, the media, look at Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. She did 2.5 years.
Yeah. She was really a inside trader.
Right.
She didn't trade.
Okay, I want you to let's move past this. Let's move past Carmine. Okay. Hey, Carmine, we're done with you. Okay. Stay out these colored people's business. Okay.
Hey, what channel was that?
Look.
Mr. Dennis Byron Show, Hip Hop Inquirer. Hip Hop Inquirer. All right, Steve, I'm gonna see you today.
But it's Inquirer with an E. It's not spelled correctly. It's with an E, not an I. Just so you know, sir. Okay. Anyway, I'm just teasing. I love my friend Dennis. Okay, Dennis, stop letting Carmine interrupt your show.
Stand by, we back.
Stand by,
okay,
we back. Why do you have Carmine come over here and get in our business?
One of the pool members had this transfer, and they told me they're reading it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I might read some tonight too. I don't know. We'll see.
Child. Okay, let me see. What else you got to tell us, Dennis? Oh, he got more people coming over.
I swear to God.
Come here, Alexis. Come here. This is so coincidental.
I swear to God.
So, well, let's come in, camera. So I was just talking about
where are the colored people? Where is the colored people? We running the colored people show over here, sir. Where are they? What corner of the building are you standing at? Okay, I ain't seen a brown person since you got over there. Jesus.
My daughter Alexis. She's not my daughter. She's too dog to be my daughter. But today, say happy birthday, Alexis. So,
Alexis, we don't even know you. You're not in our chat, girl. You're not a V-styler. You're not an Inquirer. Why is we're not gonna sing happy birthday to her? We don't know her. Where are the black people?
You're graduating. What are you doing, tourist?
I'm in my first year of college.
What are you studying?
Biology.
Biology.
This
Wow.
motherfucker ain't even studying anything that got to do with entertainment. Why is we talking to these people? They is in our business.
Okay. Smart. You're smart. You had to get in college. What school do you go to?
I live in Florida, actually.
Okay, so you go
We're
to
visiting, yeah.
Florida State.
Oh, I go to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. Oh, see, that's the money. Oh, there's a lot of money over there. Excuse me. Let me know what that is. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. I'll see you in 4 years. You might be working for CDC or something. Take care now. Take care.
Oh,
Take
Lord.
care.
You better stay away from them 18, 19-year-old snow bunnies. Haven't you been watching the news, sir? Huh? Don't be the next one. Okay? Leave them white 19-year-olds alone. Okay? Leave them alone now. Okay? Stay over here now. Okay? Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
good.
Wait a minute. Okay. All right, guys. Say happy birthday, Alexis. Yes.
No, I'm not. I won't do it. Now let me see what else is you talking about.
A blogger by the name of Fit, famous or something to that effect. And we had Tisa Tells in the car. What you saw in there? That's it, I think.
Armand. Good Armand.
Put a 1 in chat if you heard that. Don't be trying to slander me out here. Don't do it. Listen. Don't try to slander me out here now. They came over to me.
Oh, somebody else talking
You
about it? What they saying?
ignore us to flirt with little girls. Don't do that.
Okay. That's what Dennis, leave them snow bunnies alone. This is not the year for that. Okay. That's baby, stop it now. Oh, Jesus. Look, Prima Wanda, look now. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. Oh, wait, let me say something. Hey, Attitude and Tylenol. He got a grown man to take a pow charge for him, but they expect a 19-year-old girl to stand up to him. Thank you. Like I said, that man knew. That's why he liked her, because she was young and impressionable. That's why Diddy even chose her. He knew what he could get away with her. He would bring other women around and flaunt them in front of these women. He did the same thing to Kim. He did the same thing to Cassie. I'm sure that's what happened with Misa. All of that. He does all of that. The fact that Chance's mother was friends with Kim before she got pregnant. Like, all this shit's real crazy. And these women, yes, we can say to them, why did y'all put up with it? But he set it up like that. He picked them for a reason. Thank you so much, Attitude and Tylenol. I appreciate you. And Prima Wanda, V is Dennis giving Shannon shirt vibes. Child. I'm telling him, he better stay away from them snow bunnies. 2025, it ain't the year for them young snow bunnies. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. Hell, ain't that how OJ got done up like that too? You know, he had a whole black wife that was in his age group, only to leave her and get with this young ass white woman. Mm-hmm. And y'all can believe what y'all want about whether he's guilty or innocent of the unaliving of that white woman, but trust and believe it was his involvement with the white woman that landed him in the predicament. That's whether he did it or not. It is the relationship with said white woman that got him in that predicament. Okay. Ooh, they gonna learn. They gonna learn. They better learn. Okay.
Don't do that.
I have to call them
guys,
over, put them on the camera and all that shit. We don't need them in our business.
So it was here's another quote from the text messages.
Okay.
Cassie says, I can't wait until we don't care anymore. I can't wait until we don't care anymore. So that suggests that um, she doesn't want to be in the shadows anymore. She doesn't want to wait. She can't wait until neither of them care anymore. Who knows about their relationship? So she said, this is part of the text messages. She says, I can't wait until we don't care anymore. And I guess he don't care anymore because she obviously didn't care to go public. So this is a woman that's accusing him of all these things, but she's also upset with him that he kept her in the shadows.
Yeah.
She wasn't happy.
You know what? When the more I hear about this, the inner workings of Diddy's relationships, y'all, it makes me think about R. Kelly. I mean, the way R. Kelly was running those women, had them living with them and all of that, and traveling with them and performing sex for him and with him. And also this part where she's saying, you know, I can't wait till you don't care who knows what, right? I'm guessing this must have been early on in their relationship when he was probably still doing stuff with Kim and people didn't know about her. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But that reminds me of R. Kelly too, because it reminds me of how R. Kelly kept Drea, his wife, a secret. Many of us, I don't think any of us knew this man had been married for years until it was time for them to get divorced. Like R. Kelly literally kept his wife a secret. I feel like a lot of this is so similar. And I'm just curious. I wonder how much or how close or what the inner workings were between R. Kelly and Diddy. Were they really friends? Like, I'm just wondering, like, were they friends? Did they all discuss how they were running their women? Like, somebody taught them to do this shit. And I just think it's interesting that they're very similar. Very similar. What you say, Prima Wanda? R. Kelly is actually looking just a tad bit better, ain't he? Ain't that now that's wild to say, ain't it? I mean, when I say everything sounds similar, what Diddy had men doing in Cassie's mouth, all of that. Prima Wanda said R. Kelly is actually looking a tad bit better. He still needs to be in jail, but itty bitty Diddy was doing the most. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely he was. Yeah, I don't understand it. Hey, Florida T-Bird. Yes, Dennis, she said she loved him and wanted to be in a relationship with him. She wanted everyone to know. That doesn't mean she wanted freak-offs or to be slapped around. Thank you. Thank you, Florida T-Bird. Jesus. I don't know why he doesn't pick that up. I guess Dennis is trying to, give the perspective of each side. I'm guessing I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because you can't possibly think, Dennis, that because she says she wants to have sex with him or she says she wants to please him, that somehow means that she wasn't being abused, and that's just not the fact, sir. Just not the fact.
About that, she wasn't happy that she viewed as some keeper in the shadows. On holidays he spent it with his family. It was obvious they loved Kim very much, and he wasn't making any concessions. He decided that he wanted to spend the time with his kids and Kim, and she was jealous about that. This is according to the testimony.
And I think the fact that she came clean and said it, I would question her if she said something different. I would question her if she sat here and said, no, I wasn't jealous of Kim. No, I didn't care what he did with other women. No, I don't care that he had this relationship with this woman. He has 3 kids by, and he claims another one of her kids, and he won't let her go, and she's always at the same shit I'm at with her. And yeah, if she said she wasn't jealous, she would have been a fucking liar, and we would have to throw out everything she had to say. But the mere fact that she came clean. That should tell you something right there, sir.
And here's another message where she says this. She says, and think about what I'm about to say to you. She says, I can't wait until we don't get a kid anymore. And then they show exhibit 1364 of her BlackBerry phone, and she says she complains about not hearing from him. I don't need your money. I have my own money. What about him made you feel in love? And she asked me, what about him to make you feel in love? She didn't care about his money. She said she had her own money. So that makes me ask the question, if you didn't care about his money, you had your own money, but you also said during examination by the prosecution that he gave you money to pay for these escorts.
Yeah.
That's going to come back to bite her.
Why?
She testified
How?
under direct examination. He would give her money to pay for escorts.
Right.
But in the text messages, she says, I don't care about your money. I have my own money.
Yes. Dennis, what one has nothing to do with the other, sir. Dennis, she's saying she has her own money. She can buy herself clothes. She can buy herself jewelry. She can buy all the bags she wants. She can use her money to go out and maybe even go on a trip. Sir, what that ain't got shit to do with nothing. He gave her money to buy escorts for him. At the end of the day, she's fucking escorts for him, sir. She's not having sex with these people because she wants to have sex with them. She has sex with them because he wants her to. So therefore, it's his party. It's his freak off. He's funding it. So he gives her money to go and purchase the shit. Like, I'm confused. Why would you expect her to use her money to buy escorts that she don't want anyway? Sir, what is going on? Is you okay? Are you getting sleep, Dennis? I know it. You got to be out there at 4 and 5 in the morning. I get it. It's hard. You ain't no telling how far away your drive is each morning. And I don't know what time you're getting back to your hotel, whatever, when it's at the end of the day. But sir, are you getting enough rest? Are you getting nutrients? Huh? Is you getting some nutrients? Because baby, I don't know what one has to do with the other, sir. Sir, what is we talking about, Dennis?
They might have to capitalize off that statement. Because if you had your own money, need Sean Combs to give you money to pay for the escorts. Because it was paid by cash. There was never a paper trail. The prosecution is not going to produce any examination was that people deliver money. And there was a
Dennis, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. How much money this woman had ain't got shit to do with why she got money from this motherfucker to buy to get escorts, sir. It's a cash business. It's a cash business. You know that. Stripping is a cash business, and so is escorting, a cash business. What is we talking about right now, Dennis?
Another part in the testimony where the defense asked, did his assistants know what was going on in these freak-offs? And she said, well, she knew that someone knew something, but she couldn't say that the assistants actually knew what was happening behind closed doors. They may have came in the room and cleaned it up, but doesn't mean that they knew what was happening.
Exactly. So she's saying she assumes that they know, right? Because they're a part of supplying the drugs. They're probably helping her at times get escorts. Who knows? They know what's needed in the rooms and booking the rooms and all of that. So yeah, it's a good chance that they know. Were they in the room while everybody was having sex? It sounds like they weren't. So just like you and I weren't in that room, we can assume what's going on in the room. Like, is Dennis okay? Could y'all go get Dennis? Is he okay? I feel. Let me call my friend because something's wrong with him. Okay, what is we doing right now, Dennis? My God, hit the like button, y'all. Jesus.
So they're gonna have a problem proving that the employees was aiding and abetting Puffy and these freak offs.
They were.
And the freak offs is not a crime, but it was something that they both did and they both enjoyed, to a point where they even role play. She came up with a role playing. So one of her friends told her, "This is what you need to do with Puffy. You need to do role playing." So she testifies that she told Puffy, "Do not use your real name. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be anyone, but you're not Mr. C, you're not Mr. Combs, you're not Mr. C, you're not Diddy, none of those names. I want you to go into a role. I want you to be someone that you're not." So she wanted to play had these role plays with him, and she came up with this idea. It wasn't him.
And she's trying to please him. She's trying to make it more interesting. She's trying to mix it up because this motherfucker would probably be saying something like, Dennis, stop it now. Now you stop it. We're not going to do this. We're not doing this now.
Does that sound like someone is being coerced?
It sounds like somebody who knows that that's their job. They got to mix it up. She's still trying to please this fool. That's what it sounds like to me.
You're planning these type of sexual encounters with a theme. So she pointed out under direct examination that Puffy would set the tone, the mood for the room, but in cross examination, she testified that she would go to some of these sex shops and provide the toys and so forth that he and her can use for their sexcapades. So it paints a different picture than what we heard under direct examination.
It doesn't paint a different picture. It gives you more details about the picture. It gives you more details about what all was expected of her and what lengths she went to please him. That's what it shows me. Okay? That's what it shows me. And let's see. Texas Toy said something. Where is it? Right. Paying for sex is a crime. If you're not in Vegas, is Nevada the only state where prostitution is legal? I thought it was. And with that said, even that you got to get a permit for, my understanding is. So even you can't even do it willy-nilly in Vegas. But this fool right here was soliciting the services of sex workers, was paying them for the sex. Also, buying drugs is also illegal. Possession of drugs in the amounts in which has been described and what would probably be necessary to fund and to accommodate a whole freak off, that's probably also illegal. Like, there's a whole lot of illegal shit, forcing people to have sex and then telling them, if you don't have sex, I'm going to show videos, I'm going to release videos. That's called revenge porn at a minimum. That's revenge porn. Not to mention it's extortion too. Like, there's so many crimes that we just named. Just so many crimes right there and there alone. We're not even getting into SA. We're not even getting to that part. Let's just talk about how he went about funding this and getting people to do what he needed done. All of that's illegal. All of it is. But okay, Dennis, I don't think you think this through.
I think what's going to happen now is there's probably going to be a redirect tomorrow, because she's expected to be on the stand for 2 days, and they're going to have to overcome these hurdles now that has been created under cross-examination. So
Now, unless there's some other hurdles that you haven't mentioned, Dennis, I ain't worried about them hurdles. Hell, those look like little speed bumps. Okay, those ain't no damn hurdles. All right. At the end of the day, it still sounds like this woman was trying to do whatever she could to please this man. Please hit the like button, y'all.
now let's move to the what's the crime area? He's not charged with domestic violence, and it looks like the freak off was consensual. So the defense is doing a good job in discrediting part of her testimony, and as we have to see what's the next phase in this cross-examination, because they're not done with her at all. They're not done with her.
Feds have not considered what the defense was going to come with. If you don't think that they did not prep Cassie for these types of rebuttals and told her how to maintain her composure in the process and not to answer and to elaborate any further than what they asked of her, like they let her elaborate when they ask questions. The prosecution's gonna even guide her to elaborate when they ask her a question. But that is not the case when she's over there with the defense side. When they cross-examine her, do you think that the feds don't know what angle Diddy's attorneys are probably going to try to take? They got the same text messages. Everybody got the same damn text messages, and they've looked at it from many different angles. The feds don't have a 95% conviction rate in this particular district for no good fucking reason. 95%. You know what? I ain't never did nothing 95% great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on an average, 95%. Shit, I don't eat right 95% of the time. I don't sleep as long as you should 95% of the time. Hell, I don't call my friends as much as I should 95% of the time. I mean, 95% of the time, that's a lot of time. That's a lot. That's a damn good track record. And these mother suckers have been trying people forever. If you don't think they understand how this is a RICO and how they want to attack this, if you don't know that, then I don't know how to make you know it. These people know what they're doing. Okay? The chances, basically, this Negro has 5% chance of winning this damn case. 5%. No, you didn't. I did do it. Wait a minute. Jesus. Attitude and Tylenol said, shit. Where she at? Her crazy ass. Attitude and Tylenol said, hell, I'm high 95% of the time. Okay? Like 95% of the fucking time, these people win. I ain't worried about them. Okay? I am not worried about the feds. I'm not worried about these little whack ass cross-examining questions. Okay? Yeah, I'm not impressed with it at all. So stop it. Okay, let's listen.
At some point, someone said she was desperate to make him happy. I didn't get desperation from these text messages. I didn't get desperation. Desperation did not come into the picture. There was a lot. When you hear the testimony verbatim this evening, you might not say she was desperate. You might say that she was a producer of some of the freak-offs. And it was
her job was to produce the freak-offs. That was her job. She said it became her job. She was doing these mugs weekly. Okay? I cannot. Dennis, is he grooming you? Did he groom you? Because I don't understand why you don't understand, sir. Sir.
Many times that he would ask hey, if do you want, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. He wasn't pushing her, and she was encouraged.
Well, he might not have been pushing her to go with a certain theme, Dennis, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't pushing her to have these freak offs. She said it became her job. Oh, good.
Some of those freak offs. So we have to listen to all the evidence, but the prosecution has a problem right now. The prosecution has a problem right now. If they started out with the freak offs, and they made it appear through testimony that she was coerced.
Oh, hold on.
The coercion is out the window right now. It doesn't.
Hey, extra as fuck. Extra as fuck said not legal in the whole state of Nevada. So it's not even the whole state. So Vegas, obviously, right? How about Reno? Probably. Huh. I didn't realize that it was not even the whole state of Nevada. That's wild. So Dennis, if you're paying for anyway, I'm not doing this with Dennis. Okay, let's listen a little longer, child.
It appeared that she was coerced.
Dennis, why you feel sorry for this man? It's different.
Absolutely, they will address that under redirect, and let's see how they do under redirect.
How they do.
Because the text messages are the text message, they speak for themselves.
They do. They do speak for themselves. Wow.
Well, here's the other part.
What's the other part?
They both were heavy drug users.
Yes.
Sean Diddy Combs was a heavy drug user.
Right.
And Cassie was a heavy drug user.
And
there
why
was
is that?
Testimony under even cross-examination that she used drugs, and she asked him for certain drugs. But when you're a drug user, I don't believe you have control of your faculties.
Y'all, I'm so sorry, child. I'm talking my ass off. Thank you, T-Rain. Let me say this. Yes. Oh, God. I'm sorry, y'all. Yes, they were heavy drug users. Diddy is a very heavy drug user. We've heard all the drugs he took, how he took all of that, right? She was a heavy drug user. Now, I know why she was a heavy drug user. She explained it. But let me tell you, she would never have to explain it to me. She would never have to, she never even had to speak the words out of her mouth that she was a heavy drug user. And she would never have to explain to me why she was using them. Because if I know that I have to screw men for days on end, for hours with no sleep, no rest, days on end, to the point where it's causing me urinary tract infections. It's causing me probably some other infections. It is causing sores in my mouth. Sores. I've never even heard of such a thing. I didn't even know that could happen. Okay? That I could have sores in my mouth simply because of the friction of performing oral stuff. Like, honestly, she would never have to explain to me that. But here's the thing. He got her using the drugs. And at some point, hell, if I got to screw these people day in and day out, to the point where I'm dehydrated, I'm sick, I got sores, I got infections, I can't get no sleep. Okay. I'm doing all that. Hell, and then I'm getting my ass whooped. Hell, I need to be high. You hear me? I need to be high. I need to be high. I need to be so high and out of my motherfucking mind so that I can perform all of this. There would be no way I could get through it. The pain, the physical pain, the mental pain, the emotional pain, God knows the spiritual pain. There is no way in the hell I could do this and stay in my right mind. Of course, she was on drugs. She said she would be so high and up for days, she would have to take pills and perks and shit just to come down. I'm sure she's taking Ambien so she can go to sleep. Dennis, of course, this girl was on drugs. If she wasn't on drugs, I wouldn't believe a damn thing she had to say. Because she if she was a clean and sober, and I wouldn't believe shit she had to say. Now I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay, this may not be how y'all process shit, but that's how I process it. If she had said she wasn't on no damn drugs, then I'm done with this whole case, because there's no way. It's just no way. Child.
I don't think you can make sound decisions. Either way.
Now, see, here's the thing. So now what you're saying is, it sounds, Dennis, like you're saying, well, we should not blame Diddy for this because he was also a drug user. Is that what I'm hearing? Because I feel like that's where you're going with this. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure that the defense is going to throw that out too, because he did it himself. Diddy came out here when he did that apology video. When he came out here with that apology video, and we can watch that again, he came out here talking about, you know, he was in a dark place and all of that shit. Did he even mention drugs? I don't know if he mentioned drugs, but he did say he went to rehab. Okay. And from what I understand, they both went to rehab multiple times, but that is neither here nor there. I am not going to excuse him for his behaviors because he's a drug addict. And it sounds like that's where you're going. Sounds like that's where you're going, sir.
Parties. So they were engaged in a lifestyle of sex, drugs,
and rock and roll,
and money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doesn't sound familiar? Sounds like the Hollywood life. Sex, drugs, and money.
So you're saying, Dennis, that all she did was describe a party? That's what you're saying? Dennis, are you suggesting that this lady, all she did was describe the lifestyle of the rich and famous, the Hollywood lifestyle? It requires you to screw men for days on end with no sleep, high on drugs, be great by them, be beat down and all that kind of shit, and plan this shit on a weekly basis. That's what you're saying? That's just how it goes in Hollywood? Let me pack my shit again and leave, okay? Because this is some bullshit right here. If that's what it means to be out here in the Hollywood lifestyle, then fuck all this shit. Can y'all give me $2,500 more so I can go the fuck back home? Because this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Is you fucking kidding me? Did I'll be ashamed of that.
And I agree. There are going to be other witnesses. They'll come in and tell their story. But what we're gonna look for is, were these other individuals a part of the sex, drugs, and money?
Boy.
And because this guy had at least $1 billion, I mean, you can't criminalize a man because he had $1 billion.
Huh.
But was he
Huh.
literally trying to make money off these girls? I don't think that's that. I don't think that's even the case.
Oh God. Oh God. So Dennis, let me say this. Dennis, you're saying you don't think he tried to make money off these girls. Okay. Now, I'm sure we're going to get to something down the road. There's a chance that he was selling girls. There's a good possibility he was doing that. We'll wait and see if that's the case. But let me tell you something. There's another way he can make money off of girls, off of women, off of Cassie. And that could be by lending her out to his friends in the industry, requiring her to perform certain things or other women to perform certain favors for gentlemen in the industry in hopes that that will garner him more money, more access, more of everything that he needs. Like, there's so many ways in which he could have been doing this. Oh Lord. Wait a minute. What y'all saying over here? Itty bitty Diddy said, V. Lenore says, do you really know your friend Dennis Byron? He sounds suspect to me. Not like a man of standards. He can be persuaded. Dennis, he needs somebody to talk to him. That's all. You know what I mean? Now, see, if we were on his channel right now, I could hear him right now. Like, V, we can't say this. I can say what I feel and believe. Just like you can believe, Dennis, that this lady was just playing in these parties because she was a whole freakazoid. Now, it's not to suggest that there aren't freakazoids out here like that would do it. But I don't know that we have any reason to believe that that is what Cassie was doing. I'm just not going there, Dennis. And I don't know why you're going there, sir. Okay? We're not doing that, Dennis. There's so many ways in which he could have used these girls, and Cassie in particular, to make money. Because one thing's for sure, he didn't want her making any money. He wanted to hold money, power, her career over her head to get her to do the things he wanted her to do for him. And his assistants and his drug mule and all these other people assisted in that said situation, which is what creates the enterprise. Oh Lord!
I think that the defense is going to be very able to prove that what he was doing, he was helping artists. He was helping artists. Maybe, they got into drugs and so forth, but at the end of the day, they have to prove this case without, beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to. And I'm not getting it yet. I am not getting it yet.
You're not paying attention, Dennis. The rest of us hear just fine. How do you not hear it yet? He blackmailed her. He was extorting her to continue on doing these videos. And when he said he wasn't going to show them, he did. Because, what is that DJ guy? Came back and said he had seen a video of her. How did he see it if it wasn't shown? How did he see it if it wasn't shown, sir? Oh my God. And then here's the other thing. They brought up yesterday that some of the videos were from her devices, right? And that she could delete them. And why would she keep them? I would have kept some too. I would have kept a couple too, because you never know when this day would come, and it came. Praise God, it did. And praise God, she saved it. But some have asked, well, why were they on her devices? How come they weren't on his devices? I mean, he had some, but why did she have some? Well, that's because if you paid attention to Little Rod's lawsuit, Little Rod makes a point to say that often Diddy he always wanted to be taped. He always wanted to be filmed. That is what's crazy to me. Now that's when you know you're a narcissist and you know your power has gotten, too much. It's overcome your brain and your mental faculties. Because if I'm doing all this shit, why would you want everything on video? But he wanted it on video so bad that even if he didn't have a camera, he would grab your device and start videotaping. So Lil Rod had videos on his device because Diddy had been the one to grab the phone and start the video. So if he would do that with Lil Rod, what makes you think he wouldn't do that with his girlfriend? So it makes sense that shit would be on her device because that's just what he did. Plus, if she were planning them out, that's another reason she got to set it up. She got her own device. So she sets up the whole scene because he wants it all videotaped. And so therefore she has it that way. Like, sir, are you not paying attention? Because I be paying attention. Hit the like button, please.
Now, the abuse. Let's get into the abuse.
Let's get into it.
He gets no pass for that. He gets no pass for the abuse.
Right.
We're talking the assaults, the violence. He gets no pass for that. Not in my book.
Even if he's on drugs? Because see, a minute ago, we can't hold him accountable because of the drugs. But now he don't get a pass for this. He shouldn't get a pass for any of it. Okay. So I want to hear shit about him being on drugs, him liking drugs, what drugs he used, how often he used them. I don't give a shit about it. Thank you, Queen Black. Hold on, let me get down here because I didn't T-Rain, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Prima Wanda, thanks for the laughs. Feeling like Sophia from The Color Purple. Oh, Prima Wanda, home now. Yes. Pass me those peas. We are happy to have you back too, boo. Thank you. And Queen Black has gifted 5 members. Let's see, Aaliyah TV. It's G y'all. Wait, there's a fire thing. So it's G y'all, Joanna AW, God's favorite Gemini, and April 82 have all been gifted memberships from Queen Black. Thank you so much, Queen Black. I thank all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, oh Dennis. Dennis, we have to do a show to discuss this foolishness you're speaking.
But he's not charged with that.
No.
But they can use the violence they could try to use the violence as a tool that he held over her head.
Yes.
Because if a woman is getting her behind beat by a man, she's likely not going to go against too much he's saying.
Oh, what?
We saw what happened to Tina Turner.
Oh.
We saw what Ike was doing.
Yeah. Say what now?
But she eventually broke away. So we're not giving a pass on the abuse by no stretch of the imagination.
So then if we're not giving him a pass on the abuse, and we've seen just a taste, just a little tad, just a snippet of what he did when he knew a camera was right there, when he's half naked holding a towel with one hand. We saw what he did then. Can you imagine what he does behind closed doors when he is fully clothed with both hands free? Huh? Can you imagine what he does then when she don't do what he want? Because what we saw is enough for me to know what he's capable of and what he is likely to have done. But we also have accounts of where she's had to go and recuperate and heal at hotels where she would have to get her face iced down and security is looking for her because it's time to ice her face. When she has had plastic surgeons come in and actually have to repair the damage in which he's done. And then you want us to then turn around and believe that she wasn't afraid of this man? and that he couldn't force her to do FOs? Now, I'm going to need understanding here. You either believe all of this about him or you don't. And if you believe he's a drug addict, that also is a woman abuser, why couldn't you think that that isn't a form of coercion? And that he is also not blackmailed and extorted her into doing these said things. Why? Now, why? Come on, Dennis. Come on.
Because that could be my daughter, my mother, my sister, and I make no light of that.
That's right.
But there's a lot at play here.
There is.
Sex, drugs, and money. Sex, drugs, and money. You can't make light of that. There's a lot of money there. There's a lot of money there.
Goodness. Okay, Dennis.
Okay, so
all this dead air now.
let's talk about blackmail.
Yeah.
Let's talk about blackmail. There was testimony today under cross-examination where Cassie was recording her freak offs, and it was one time where they forgot Cassie forgot an iPad that they would use to record their freak offs. And Puff just said, "Do you have your tablet?" And she said, "Oh, I forgot it." And it was quite obvious that they recorded their activity for whatever reason. I don't think it was initially for blackmail, but they recorded it. I don't know why someone of that status would be recording anything that can be leaked or used as blackmail. So the blackmail pendulum swings both ways.
How?
If you follow what I'm saying, the blackmail pendulum swings both ways. So we're not going to make light of the fact that money is a driving force in a lot of things, and this may be that case. I'm sorry, I just got an alert, guys. Stand by.
If you're suggesting that, Dennis, if you are suggesting that she could have blackmailed him in the same way that it's being suggested that he blackmailed her, the difference is this: one, he's whooping her ass. That's the first thing. Two, she knows how connected he is. Three, she knows that he has police in his pockets. She knows this. She knows that there have been other things that have been reported and nothing has happened. She probably has heard that he has unalived people at some point, and she heard. I mean, you don't know what she knows about his capabilities, and if whatever she knows, she had enough sense that, you know, she didn't feel comfortable at the time to contact the police because she knew it would get back to him, and then she could be unalived. Like, I can't do this. I can't with you. I can't. We're breaking up. We're breaking up.
Okay, guys, what I need you to do is hit the thumbs up. I just got a message. We have this amount of people here, this amount of people here, but you're not hitting the like button.
Okay.
And I'm about to take you over to where the action is, but you got to hit the like button.
Okay, take us.
You can't play with me. You got to hit the like button.
Okay, let me see. Let's see if he gonna take us somewhere. Let's go. Let's see. I see him laughing. Okay, he walking us somewhere, child. Where he walking us to? Oh, he's just showing us the street. That's where the action is in the street. You ain't talk. You see that black woman just passed you? You ain't said a damn word to her. Now you see how this go? Now, these snow bunnies and snowmen, they done came by here, the old ex-mobsters and shit. They done walked by, and this nigga, he done interviewed all of them. But that black woman walked past him, and he ain't say a damn thing. Not a damn word. Not a damn word. Did you hear him say something? Because I didn't hear a damn thing. Y'all be ashamed of yourself.
Something like that. Stand by, guys. We're about to be on the move.
Where we going? Take us somewhere. Y'all see, I saw how you didn't speak to that black woman. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it, and I don't appreciate it. Do you hear me? Hold on. Let's see. Watch him talk to these white folks. Watch him. Let's see. Look.
Must be the shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Must be the shirt.
You gonna talk to this white boy? Look at him.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Oh, you see how he spoke to him?
Hey.
You see how he spoke to them?
Hey.
You see that?
How are you, man?
Ain't,
What's up?
Ain't said shit to that black woman that walked by. Not a damn thing.
We good? Oh, you moved. I got some chairs over there. This is over there.
Yeah. Right there. Go. Got it. Thank you, sir. Yes, Monday.
Chairs over here.
Where's Sylvia? Where her ass at? Where's Sylvia's ass? She ain't out here either. Now, I didn't need to come over here with these white folks and you. What we over here for? Ain't nobody coming out now. Or are they? I guess they got an hour longer in here. Let me see. Are we done? Is Dennis pretty much done? Let me see. Yeah, it looked like he pretty much done. Okay, we're gonna break from Dennis because Dennis, you on punishment. You on punishment because I don't even understand what just had happened. Okay, I don't even understand that. Extra as fuck. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope no woman in his life is ever a victim of a monster or ever falls in love with a narcissist abuser. Narcissistic abuser. This is sad, and this ninja needs to go home because he's not an objective reporter. And I think he thinks that he's being objective. I think he thinks that he's being objective because he's not just, convicting him. But sir, the justifications you're giving, Dennis, are not good ones for us to consider that this man is innocent. Okay? It's not. The reason the violence is important to highlight, and it's important to see that video, even though the statute of limitations is probably up for him to be charged criminally for the abuse. The truth is the abuse is very telling because it tells us what she endured and why she might have done things that normally she would otherwise not have done had it not been for her involvement with this guy and the abuse. You see what I'm saying? Jesus. Thank you, extra as fuck. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Ugh. I cannot. Okay, so I'm just going to skip on over to today's informations. Actually, let me go over here to, let me see something. New York Post also has updates, I believe. Because New York Times, they are playing. I do want to know about that girl, Dana Tran, the one that's the mother of love. I want to know. I want to know more about her. I want to know if they're going to call her. There was rumors that she had possibly married Diddy on the sneak tip, but I don't think that that's true because we haven't heard anything else about it. But wait, here we go. Hold on, it's bringing up. Going on now, child, with Diddy. Oh shit, are y'all serious? Oh, there it goes. Okay, about to say it was saying it couldn't find it. Okay. Right. Okay. There we go. Come on. Come on. Ooh wee. Child, it's buffering because, and this is not an internet thing. I think it's this Diddy shit. Okay, 14 minutes ago. Go. So I am going to scroll to the beginning. Going to hear what's being said today. Hold on. Are we there? I can only imagine what Kim went through, child. Jesus. Poor Kim. Okay, so this is showing two. Here, let me here. Share my screen. Y'all, Ava is not really I see what Lovely One put in here. Where's Ava Combs? Here's the thing. Ava is that was not a real thing. Hold on one second. I don't know why it won't highlight, y'all. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Ava Combs is not really a thing. So Ava was a friend or we're in dance together. They were stuff like that together. So she was just, I think that was just a little jokey joke. Me back to this. Okay, 3 hours, 4 hours. We need more than that. Come on. It's still trying to bring up the earlier posts. Ooh, we get sketch artists and everything. We get sketches. So this is good. I'll take the sketches. Yeah, baby. Hold on. We're gonna start at the beginning now. Now that we're gonna do. I should have been over here using these than the other ones. Because at least we have the sketches to kind of get a feel for what things look like. Okay, so here's the little recap from Wednesday. Here, I'm going to make myself off the screen so we don't have any distraction. She grown now. She grown, child. They went to school together, child. They fine. She fine. People just like Dennis that over there making justifications about that man. So here's the recap from Wednesday. What happened during the Diddy trial on Wednesday? Cassie Ventura recalled in Manhattan court Wednesday how Sean Diddy Combs allegedly raped her following their 2018 breakup. Basically, he did it again. The attack allegedly took place on the same day that R&B singer met with Combs, whom she had dated for about a decade, beginning when she was around 19, in order to seek closure after their tumultuous relationship, she said at his federal trafficking trial. Ventura, now 38, told jurors she met up with Combs to resolve lingering issues at a restaurant in Malibu, California, where her former partner was being really nice, laughing, and giving off kind of romantic vibes during the playful encounter. But everything changed when the disgraced producer brought her back to her home, went inside, and raped her. Have relations with him again after you ever been, like, let's take the abuse out of it. Have you ever been with somebody that y'all ain't supposed to be together, y'all breaking up, but y'all have the one last hurrah? For some, it's not even just one hurrah, okay? It's a couple. Like, that happens. Even if they were an abuser. It's hard to explain it, but it's true. And I can't wait for the psychologists to come on and explain this shit to these people. Because I don't get why they don't know. But if they don't know, I can respect it. We just need somebody to explain it to them. All right. All right. So this is 7 hours ago today. What to expect when Diddy's lawyers cross-examine the Fed's star witness, Cassie. I'm not going to read that part because we're just going to read what's going to happen. Diddy in the courtroom awaiting his lawyers to begin grilling Cassie. Sean Diddy Combs is sitting at the defense table with his lawyers as they go through legal issues with the judge and prosecutors. Testimony is expected to kick off at 9:30, which it did, and we're just going to move past that too. All right. So it looks like who's in this picture? Are these the attorneys? Who is that? Oh, is that Cassie right there? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's Cassie. Okay. Cassie Ventura, this is Cassie spotted heading to court for cross-examination. Cassie Ventura was seen leaving her New York City residence Thursday morning, headed to court to be grilled by Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers. The Me and You singer is wearing a blazer over a light blue button-down shirt. Her black hair slicked into a ponytail. She is 8 months pregnant with her third child. I hope it's a little girl. Because does she have 2 boys? I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't know what the babies are, but they're pretty. Okay. Combs' lawyer starts cross-examination of Cassie. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer, Anna Estevao, Estevale. I'm going to call her Estevale. Anna Estevale has begun what is likely to be a marathon cross-examination of Cassie. You and Sean Combs were in love 11 years, right? Estevale asked right out the gate. Yeah, Cassie responded. You kept coming back to him for 11 years? The defense attorney pressed. I wouldn't use the word coming back, the singer said. You would continue to go back with him for 11 years? Yes, Cassie replied. I don't. Okay. So the jury being shown a series of loving messages that Sean Diddy Combs and R&B singer Cassie exchanged early in their relationship. It makes me so happy you would fly to ATL just to see me. I am so lucky to have you, wrote the Bad Boy Records founder in January 2008 message to Cassie. I'm a very lucky woman. I miss you so much, Cassie responded. Cassie explained the messages were from when the couple started dating. What sort of messages would you and Mr. Combs exchange back then? Combs, loving, she responded. Okay, so then 6 hours ago, here is the tone so far as Diddy's lawyer cross-examines Cassie. The defense attorney, Anna Estevale, I'm going to call her Anna, okay? Questioning of Cassie so far has been clinical and civil, with both appears to be trying to establish that Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie had a loving relationship through showing affectionate, sweet messages they exchanged from 2008, 2009, and 2010. Estevale is reading messages from Combs to Cassie, where Cassie is reading the communication she sent to Combs from her BlackBerry. Oh my God, you know that was old because it's from a BlackBerry, baby. Jurors learned that the Bad Boy Records founder sometimes referred to Cassie as BG for baby girl, while the R&B singer often referred to Combs as Pop Pop, the name she called her grandfather that Combs requested she use for him. Child. And the poor thing didn't have enough strength, courage to say, I'm not calling you what I call my grandfather. You nasty piece of shit. Okay, here's pictures. We'll come back and look at these pictures. So it says Diddy's mother, kids, and friends are in court. So there's Janice Combs. And here's the thing about Janice Combs that confuses the fuck out of me. Okay. Diddy is super rich, and so is she. And she has a lot of the shit in her name. But why in the fuck she keeps wearing these cheap ass synthetic wigs is beyond my understanding. It's like the more fake it is, the better she likes it. And what fucking style is this? Like, I don't understand it. Why in the entire F does this woman always wear some raggedy ass, blonde ass wig? I don't get it. Shit. That's why she producing Tootsie Roll thick dudes. Janice Combs, who is 84, arrived in let's go on up here. Arrived in a black and green outfit and sported sunglasses on the way into the Manhattan Federal Courthouse. Christian King Combs and Quincy Brown, Combs' son and stepsons, respectively, attended court as well. But yeah, y'all see Janice. Janice is actually a good-looking woman. But this is some bullshit right here. And she always got some crazy ass blonde wig on. Always. Now, here's Quincy on the far right. And here's little Diddy over here on the left. I hope, I pray that your mama's ancestors, that the men that are ancestors of your mama's Christian Combs, I pray that their genes were strong enough for you to have something more there. Okay, I don't want to look because you're a child to me, but I'm very concerned for your future. Now I don't know. They say, Christian Combs, that you got some allegations against you, baby. And what I would wonder is if they're true, because I could see how you might have to things your daddy had to do because you got a little Tootsie Roll too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay. So I hope Kim came through. All right. So there's then it says Bad Boy Records founder's friend Charlucci Finney showed up to court wearing a puff hat referencing one of Combs's nicknames. You look ignorant, motherfucker. You probably on a video and we don't even know. You're probably somewhere on the video too. So there's that. The case has grown, a fervent following, with Diddy fans lining up outside court along with members of the media. I do not see Dennis Byron over here, and that's because all these black people are right here. Dennis, come talk to the people of color. Come stand near the people of color, Dennis. Jesus. Okay. Dennis is probably over here. Okay. Dennis might have taken this picture for all we know. Okay. Because the black people are far in the distance and the Asians. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let me Okay. Okay. So Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, looks on stoically as she describes falling in love with Diddy. All right. Cassie's husband and the father of her children, Alex Fine, is sitting in the courtroom gallery looking on stoically as his R&B singer wife is describing when she fell in love with Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie, 8 months pregnant and wearing a black double-breasted blazer with a light blue collared shirt, has remained calm and composed even as she testifies that she wanted to spend all her time with Combs in the early years of their relationship because I'd fallen in love with him, all while Fine looked on. I don't care. Look, Fine has been in love before. We know what love looked like. They together now. He got 3 babies now with this lady. They married. Okay. Don't nobody care. Combs wearing a beige crew neck sweater, white shirt, and gray pants. Has observed placidly, putting on his glasses at one point to follow along with the messages between him and Cassie that the jury was being shown. The sons and mother of the Bad Boy Records founders are also present in the courtroom, though his daughters are noticeably absent, as they should be. They should have never been there. Mom Janice Combs appears to be wearing a new wig from the other days. I can't fucking tell. Now, why do y'all say that? I can't tell. Mom Janice Combs appears to be wearing a new wig from the other day she's been at trial. So far, the jurors have been paying attention, but not visibly reacting. Now, let me say this. Why in the entire fuck did the New York Post made a point to tell us was wearing a wig, but a wig different from the days prior? Did he say that about the white folks? that maybe wore their hair different today than they did yesterday. Why are you bringing attention to the fact that the lady has on the wig? You didn't even describe what the style was. You just wanted to make a point that you knew that she had on a fucking wig and that it was different from the one she had worn the days prior. Who does that? Now, look, I ain't taking up for this raggedy piece of shit lady and her son. But what I am saying is, why the fuck are you talking about this lady's wig? Let us do that. The hell? I got that covered. You don't need to say it. Now, look, some things we got to stand together on. And I don't even wear fucking wigs. Here he come for the black woman and her wigs. I'm just saying. All right. Cassie Ventura's husband, Alex Fine, arrives at court. Here are the pics. Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, arrived at court today to support her in testifying against Combs. He's shown up to support her every day this week, as he should. As he motherfucking should. Okay? Now, let's keep it pushing. Now, I'm always ready to freak off. Cassie's shocking out in court, showing her excited for excited for sex with Diddy. Diddy, that's key. Okay, let's listen. The jury has been shown a series of messages that Cassie Ventura allegedly sent to Sean Diddy Combs, saying she was excited to partake of Combs on August 5th, 2009. Roughly 2 years into their relationship, when she was in her early 20s and he was in his late 40s. The duo decided they would hold one of the marathon sex sessions on Friday night that week. Jurors also heard more explicit messages in which Ventura seemed to express excitement about taking part in the twisted freak-offs. After the message was read, pregnant belly with both hands. Ventura previously testified that she participated in the freak-offs to please Combs and eating her. The defense has said it will show that Combs' alleged victims were actually willing participants in his kinky sex events. Yeah, well, we're still waiting on that. Okay. We're still waiting on that. Let me make sure. Is there more to that? Hold on. Please wait. No. Okay. Go back. Okay. Itty bitty dog Diddy. Look at him. Ridiculous. Your little dick having ass. Got some fucking nerve. Out here talking to these women. In court for the first time, as his graphic texts with Cassie are read out loud. Sean Diddy Combs is taking notes in court for the first time during the trial, as shockingly explicit text between him and then girlfriend Cassie about freak-offs are being read to the jury during cross-examination. First kissed her. Wait, what? He first kissed who? Britney Spears? Cassie just told the jury that Sean Diddy Combs brought Britney Spears to her 21st birthday celebration, where the fallen music mogul made his first move on the R&B singer. So made his first move on Cassie. Okay. The party was held at a club in Las Vegas, and Combs invited the hit Me Baby One More Time pop star to the soiree. Soiree. Why can't I say that? Soiree. Hello. As well as singer and music producer Dallas Austin. So I guess she mentioned that Dallas is a good friend of hers or theirs. So there we see Brittany, we see Dallas in the background. Come on. Oh, there's more of the same. There's Paris Hilton over there. Oh, that's Mayweather, Paris Hilton, 50, Diddy, Brig thing. Ciao. There's Ryan Leslie, who was her boyfriend first, who Diddy took her from. He was her boyfriend and her producer, and he too and he brought Dallas Austin, Britney Spears. Cassie testified. I think those were the two people that stand out to me. Then 38 and 17 years her senior was just her music producer. But when he kissed her that night, their relationship began shifting towards a romantic one. Okay. Let's go on back up. All this was 5 hours ago. Now, Cassie says she wore masks and wigs for freak-offs to disguise herself. I definitely didn't want anyone to know. Hello? Cassie described how when she first agreed to start participating in freak-offs, she sometimes wore masks and wigs to disguise herself. The encounter itself was pretty crazy, the R&B singer testified. I really followed Combs's lead on that because I had never done it before. I definitely didn't want anyone to know. You feared the release of explicit tapes would ruin your career? Combs's lawyer, Anna, said. Yeah, Cassie responded. Combs normally videotaped the freak-offs he orchestrated, according to testimony. So now it says, Cassie giggles as Diddy's lawyer brings up mushy 2007 email. Ventura smiled as Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer brought up an email she wrote to her then boyfriend just a few weeks after her 21st birthday party. It's making me giggle because it's from 2000. Much older music producer's life, but also how she felt as he was constantly weary of her. She also wrote that she felt that her then friend, Carrie Morgan, would have been the better one since I've witnessed more than once you realizing that she is way better fitting for you than I am. It's hard for me to handle that, she wrote. I'm hurt that you think that I'm a malicious person. Okay, so says Cassie pressed on bombshell 2023 lawsuit as defense claims it ruined Diddy's career. So Cassie admitted that she didn't know of anyone being aware of Sean Diddy Combs' freak-offs until her 2023 lawsuit revealed them to the world. Fair to say that Combs' career was ruined. Combs' lawyer, Anna Estavio, whatever her name is, Estevao, said, when your lawsuit was published in November 2023, you understand his career was ruined, right? And she says, I could understand that. Yeah, Cassie responded. And so the fuck what? Her life was ruined. So I guess they got a sketch of maybe a scene they saw. Cassie earlier said she wore masks and wigs to disguise herself in the early years of participating in freak offs because she feared that if the video recordings that Combs made of the sex marathon surfaced, her music career would be over. Interesting. Okay. So it says lawyer pushes swingers lifestyle defense. As Cassie says, she watched him have sex with other women. So Ventura testified that she occasionally watched Sean Diddy Combs have sex with other women and that it had happened between 2 or 4 times. It happened, but not often, Ventura said, noting that Combs had brought up her watching him with other women frequently enough. Okay. Combs's lawyer seemed to be suggesting that the freak offs were simply part of Combs's swinger lifestyle. But Ventura responded that on Wednesday, Ventura said that the Bad Boy Records founder convinced her it would be fun to go to sex clubs. Okay, so then they go to lunch, and then they come. Let's see what it says. Okay, so Cassie is grilled over testimony about her appearance. He's had a big impact on fashion. So Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer, Anna Estevao, grilled Ventura about getting fashion advice from the fallen music mogul in an apparent attempt to undercut the R&B singer's earlier testimony that he controlled her appearance. Would you send Combs photos of your clothes and your hair and ask him what he thought? And she said, yeah. Later acknowledging that Combs ran a fashion brand called Sean John and had a big impact on fashion over many decades. I mean, that's fair. Plus, she again wants to please him. Plus, she signed to his label, controlling. So none of this is a surprise. Big deal. Okay. What was Diddy addicted to? Success, Cassie said. As the lunch break approached, Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers were questioning Cassie about the music mogul's alleged addictions. What was he addicted to? The attorney asked. And Cassie said, success. What substances? The attorney asked. Ventura said it varied, but the Combs and that she had witnessed him going through withdrawal from those drugs more than once. Okay. Fair enough. Side's defense, as it's revealed, cross-examination of Cassie could continue through Monday. Attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs for their slow-paced cross-examining the star prosecution witness Cassie, because she is pregnant too, y'all. Lead defense attorney Mark Agnifilio keeping Ventura on the witness stand since she expressed concern over the R&B singer, who is 8 months pregnant, testifying for so many days, which would be up to 5 by Monday. And the tense exchange took place right before lunch break. Ooh, I wonder how that went. Because I saw somewhere else that they said some tensions were flaring. All right. So peeved judge warns defense it has to finish questioning Cassie by Friday. Ooh, I bet that pisses him off too. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Went too far. Okay. A peeved judge Subramanian warned defense attorneys that would only get a day and a half total to question Ventura. This is not the kind of witness who is fighting you, the judge said. Combs's lawyer, Mark Agdefilio, said he was surprised to hear there was a hard deadline. This is a critical witness in a case that involves a life sentence. Subramanian didn't budge, noting everyone agreed ahead of time that Ventura's testimony would be completed by the end of the week. He told the defense team they would need to finish up with her by Friday morning, but he said he might give them a little more time after lunch. In other words, you're going to be done Friday. Okay? You better figure it out. All right. Have fun. Impress me, Diddy told Cassie as she shopped for lube, sexy outfits for freak off near the end of their relationship. So you see that right there. Now I'm going to read this first. But, I mean, of course, we're going to read it, but we're saying, let's incorporate this. Hey, let's incorporate that. Hey, I'm going to dress up as this. That's her. She already knows what it's like to disappoint him, right? So, Cassie Ventura to get supplies for a freak off. The jury saw messages between the couple sent on May 26, 2017, near the end of their relationship, about her run to a sex shop called the Pleasure Chest. Okay. Ventura testified that when she went to the X-rated store, she would get different sexual supplies, lubricants, and outfits. Another message showed the pair appearing to try to avoid getting pregnant after Combs suggested having one of our nights. And Ventura said that she was ovulating, and Combs responded that they would be extra careful. Ventura also said to Combs in one 2017 message, "I'm too excited about one of their upcoming freak-offs." She also messaged Combs that she forgot the iPad, which Ventura testified they used to record the sex marathons. Is this where we're going to talk about? So, Cassie Ventura said times of Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend and the mother of his 3 children. That's them real young, child. I had some jealousy towards Miss Porter, yes, Ventura testified. Combs dated Porter from 1994 to 2007, around the time Ventura and Combs became romantic. That's a long time. Ventura admitted that it upset her that Combs spent all the holidays with Porter, with whom he shared son Christian, 26, and twins Delilah and Jesse, who were 17. Porter died in 2018. Okay. I would expect her to say that. Like, I mean, again, if she didn't say that, then I couldn't believe anything else she had to say. Cassie keeps composed, cordial as Diddy's lawyers cross-examination delves into sordid texts or sex. Cassie has maintained a composed, cordial demeanor while facing a harrowing cross-examination from Diddy's defense centered on intimate details of her sex life with the mogul. Lawyer Anna Estevao has even been lighthearted at times as the pair shared laughs. That's interesting. I'm surprised. I am surprised that the black woman isn't the person because we thought that that's why, but evidently I was wrong. At one point, Estevao called Cassie very beautiful and charming, drawing a laugh and smile out of her. The sometimes respectful treatment comes as Estevao tries to paint Cassie as a willing, enthusiastic participant in Diddy's depraved, drug, and baby oil fueled freak offs. Cassie has testified that the often humiliating freak offs became like a job she didn't want to do, as she felt trapped by the violent Combs. Mm, mm, mm. Shameful. All right. So it looks like some of the people. So as much as you think you're Bruce Willis, you aren't. Cassie texted Diddy on the edge of tears about not being close to his kids. I wonder what that. Interesting. Okay. Cassie Ventura once messaged Sean Diddy Combs referencing Bruce Willis and Eddie Murphy's blended families. Oh, as she lamented not being close to the fallen music mogul's kids. Interesting. So did they like her? Did they dislike her? Interesting. Hmm. Uh, um, that's interesting. Those are pretty girls. The girls are really pretty. Married, and before he was married, the family as a whole went on trips together, or just him and his woman. Eddie Murphy and Paige took his kids away on their own. The R&B singer was apparently Oh my Lord, I was talking my ass. Oh Lord, show was Sensible Creations. I was reading my ass off, talking my ass off, talking shit. I don't know what y'all heard and didn't hear, damn it. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Oh my God. I don't even know when I didn't put it on. I personally did not mute myself. So so yeah, it sounded like that, Linda. Hi, Linda. Let me put what Linda has up here too, real quick. Can y'all hit the like button, y'all? I'm sorry. Jesus, help me. Jesus. Oh Lord. Um, like it. Absolutely, he did. Because he's saying they're gonna be careful. They'll be careful. Here she was ovulating. Like, I don't understand why. Cause I mean, look, she's needed, but damn, she could even have a hold on, y'all. What's going on? StreamYard. StreamYard. Hello. StreamYard is StreamYarding. Hello. Can y'all hear me now? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Can y'all hear me? I'm leaving StreamYard. This is ridiculous. Under my motherfucking feet. I rebuke you both, okay? Fuck that. Anyway, y'all hit the damn like button. I'm so sorry. God dog. Jesus. I just done lost everything. Anyway, please hit the like button, y'all. Okay. Jesus. All right. Let me get back over here. Oh, there was something else I saw. Hold on, y'all. Trying to make sure. There was somebody else's comment that I did see over here that I wanted to respond to. Hold on. Come on. Look, I'm sick of StreamYard and Diddy's little Tootsie Roll sized dick. His energy is trying to come over here and shut me down, and I'm not having it. Okay? Jesus. Okay, let's get back into these damn text messages. Updates. Oh my God. It's shutting everything down, y'all. My God, my God. I feel like I need to shut this live down and start over because StreamYard is doing something super weird. Super duper weird. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Shit. Restore. I don't want to shut this down though. Golly. Can y'all hear me now? I don't know what's going on here, child. I cannot with this. Look, I don't want to shut down this live, but I almost feel like I got to because it is really giving me the blues. Hold on. It is really, really giving me the blues. Okay, hold on. Cut that one down. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Okay, let me share my doggone screen. There we go. All right. Okay, so I hope y'all. Okay. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, let me make it big so everybody can see it good. Move over here. There we go. Okay, so this is where we're going to get into the Kid Cudi-ish. The Kid Cudi of it all. Okay, so Cassie grilled about cheating on Diddy with Kid Cudi says it would have been way too dangerous if he found out. So Cassie Ventura said it would have been way too dangerous if Sean Diddy Combs found out she was cheating on him with Kid Cudi. Ventura said, uh, nasty. All of it.
Look, I don't know how I got that name, but that's who I am.
You play the part too well. You play it too well.
I'm not nasty.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Okay.
I do indeed think so.
Okay,
What y'all doing today? What y'all doing?
We going through the shit that came out in court today.
Man, they said they had whole swimming pools full of baby oil.
Yeah, she said that he had a blow up pool at one point in the middle of damn hotel room or some shit, and she got in it. Yep, baby oil. He's weird. He's
Cassie was burning 35,000 calories a day, freaking off.
she was drained. Oh my god, poor thing. She had to recuperate, had to get IVs and all kinds of shit.
You can't even watch Law and Order when you freaking off like that.
Dude. Child and lost people. Hey y'all, it's damn native. Yes, it's native. They said, who we talking to?
They don't even know me, but I bet if I came on and I said I'm a journalist from New York and I got the Ebony and Clark, they know who that is. Niggas don't know native no more. They know Dennis. Yeah.
Child, I've been out here damn near 4 hours. I'm gonna have to shut this down. That's a damn shame because this is ridiculous. They said they can't hear very well. StreamYard refused. Yeah, they do not. Lexi, StreamYard is hating on me. I think it's Diddy's little dick energy that you heard he got a little one, right?
Why was y'all calling that man itty bitty Diddy? That's why the fuck I had to leave.
No, we didn't call him that. That's what Jane Doe calls him in the lawsuit. I mean, in the
Oh my God.
she's and attached a picture of a Tootsie Roll in the document, in the court filing.
Y'all doing too much. They're doing too much.
They did it. I didn't do that.
They're doing too much. That's when I left the house.
You said that's why you left the house.
It's too much. I left the house. They went too much. They went too far. Oh my God. I couldn't even come over that shit.
Oh yeah, okay. Itty bitty Diddy. I'm done. Look, y'all, I feel like I got to shut down this live and then we'll pick it back up. How about this? I'm going to go get some nutrients. I'm going to shut down the whole thing and then we'll come back and finish. And then would y'all mind send Native an email and tell him that he should be helping me get on the new platform that he's been promising to teach me, but he won't. So would y'all send him an email? Maybe if he gets a number of emails, he'll respond and do something about this. Maybe he'll help because this ain't working. StreamYard is really playing with me today. Okay, like totally, just playing with me. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. Native, I'm gonna call you back. Let me get some nutrients, and then I'm gonna call you back. Okay.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
All right, y'all. Bye, everybody. He said bye. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, and then see, maybe I can. I don't know. I feel like I need to shut the computer down, but the StreamYard is the problem. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm gonna go get some nutrients. We're gonna come back. We can finish up this. I know Dennis just went live with some more updates. Give me a minute. We'll be back. Okay, I promise. I love y'all to pieces. Forgive me for all of the hiccups, but we're gonna make up for it. All right. Thank you to everybody who gifted memberships, who super chatted today. I appreciate all the member milestones. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Most specifically, I want to thank my moderators for holding it down. And we will be back soon to keep the party going. All right. I love y'all to pieces. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Smooches.
Baboon, 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 baboon.